What up? I said, what up? What's going on, y'all? Chilling, chilling, chilling. We got your boy Wings of Redemption, White Boy, without the Green Street, 7th Street, and Eddie, the late night Chump.
What's up, yo?
What
What
Eddie
up,
time is
pulling
y'all?
a
it for
double
you?
shift today.
Yeah, I've had a crazy shift today. Right now, it is 1:23 in the morning.
And we're
Oh my
just
And,
beginning.
goodness.
and you're starting your second podcast for the day.
Yeah,
And this is the
and I
special.
streamed earlier.
This is
And
the
those,
special 8-hour episode.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I forgot we were gonna do this 8 hour one.
we're actually streaming for 24 hours now, Ed. So
Oh my
Do you
goodness.
think you guys could ever do a 24-hour stream? Like people
No.
really like them, but I don't know if I would ever do.
Dude, like, I
We
could
gotta do
probably
it in
do
shifts.
one, but I'd have to have people, like, at my beck and call delivering me food and, like, caffeine.
I wouldn't be able to do it. No way.
Yeah,
Like-
I gotta do it in a shift. I gotta be like Wings, here go my key. Go in there, give me 3 hours at least. Like I gotta get some rest. I can't stay up 24. That's crazy that we talking about that because we were talking about staying up, like partying, because you know the Mayweather fight is Saturday. And everybody at my job is trying to take off. Trying to take off work like Sunday morning and stuff like that. And nobody's taking their shifts. And I'm like, yo, I used to could stay up 24 hours, you know, just partying and shit and then coming to work. And like, I can't do it anymore, man.
No,
I like
man.
sleep too much.
Yeah.
I got a nice bed. I got these curtains that block out all the sunlight. I'll stay asleep all day. That's what I like about doing YouTube. Like I don't have to be up at a certain time.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah,
like to,
just do whatever.
I just like to sleep a lot.
So,
Yeah.
what's your prediction on the Pacquiao fight?
I think Mayweather gonna whip his ass.
You think Mayweather gonna win?
Yeah,
I think Mayweather only fights people when he knows he can beat them.
Mayweather's
Pacquiao's
very
kind of
good.
old at this point. I remember.
Pacquiao's older, and he's been knocked out, and he's it'll be like the Hatton fight. It will be Pacquiao will have some good rounds, but he'll be able to control it.
I think that Mayweather, and I think this fight would have been done, but Mayweather don't like Pacquiao's promoter. His name is Bob Arum, and like Bob Arum runs Pacquiao's career and gets all this money, and Mayweather does not like that guy. And face it, if you fight Mayweather, that's the money fight. Like if one of us go in there and fight Mayweather, that's the most
like-
money we'll ever make.
It's like 40 million. I think he's making 43 million. Just
Yeah.
to stand there and fight Mayweather.
That's
So
crazy.
I'll take me a knockout for 43 million now.
Definitely. And
I'll
the
lay
good
out.
thing about fighting Mayweather, you'll get punched a lot, but you mightn't get knocked out.
Yeah,
You'll
he got-
get your ass
when's the
beat
last
for
time he
12
got a-
rounds.
When's the last time he got a knockout? Because I watched a few of his last fights, and they've been boring fights, pretty much.
He gets knockouts. I can't lie and tell you. I can't. The only one the last one I remember was the guy that I think he hit him with like a low blow or something, and then he hugged him and tried to kiss him or something. What was his name? And then he was like this, like he was like off guard, and Mayweather hit him, bang bang, and then he fell.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like Puerto Rican guy. I forgot his name, man. Sorry. Y'all would tell us in the chat though, right?
I don't think people follow that well. He fought Ricky Hatton, right?
Yeah,
Yes, he knocked him out.
but
Ricky Hatton's a bum, wasn't he? Like, wasn't that one of the fights that he gets criticized about?
yeah. See, the thing about the Ricky Hatton fight is he fought Hatton after his peak.
Well, he's fighting Pacquiao after his peak too.
Yeah, and that like Hatton is a really honest guy. He'll be like, "Look, it's a huge fight. I wanted to fight him. I'd fought like loads of other great fighters, but traditionally he's out of like Hatton was out of his weight class. It's like a division or two higher that he had to make weight for, and it was the end of his career. He'd already, I think he fought Pacquiao just after that and got knocked out. Like, but he was years past his prime, and I think that colors my opinion of Mayweather, because he does fight people when he thinks he can beat them.
Mayweather's very good. He's
very
good.
He's very good. But I'd like to have seen him against Pacquiao before he'd been knocked out, when Pacquiao was at his most explosive.
When he was on steroids. Oh, that's what you're talking about?
Steroids. Come off it, man. Like,
yes, he was.
No, I'm not saying he's not. They all are.
Look, listen. He's willing. He couple years ago, he wasn't willing to take the test. He wasn't willing to get poked with a needle and take the Olympic style test, which detects everything, right? Now, after he gets knocked out and all this stuff shows that he's off of the steroids, now he's willing to take the test. Before, he took any punch and come on, now all of a sudden he looks human getting knocked out and shit like that.
I mean, you're saying that like steroids are this like miracle for sportsmen. They're not. Yeah. They're not at all. It doesn't make you.
I don't think a steroid's voiced that way, Jab. Like, no, a steroid won't stop you from getting knocked out.
No, it does. All steroids do is it just makes you be able to train harder and recover quicker. That's actually what they do.
And stronger.
Yeah, it makes you
stronger.
Steroids is basically something your body makes naturally. You just double the dosage of it.
Yeah,
like some people take like shark testosterone and inject it inside of themselves. Some people take testosterone out of their nuts, put it in the freezer, and re-inject themselves at a later time after their body has remade their own testosterone to double it up, as a cheap way to do steroids. But for the most part, all it does is it gives you ability to rebuild muscle and work out longer.
Yeah, and recover much faster. Which allows you to become stronger. It allows you to train yourself
stronger and faster.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my point.
But knockout
doesn't make you invincible. It doesn't.
Punching with more strength would be a harder punch.
But being
right?
able to take a punch wouldn't be.
No, I'm saying when he's regular with his regular strength, not knocking people out and getting knocked out. You know, because he's not giving people. When he's taking these punches, right, when he was on steroids, he's hitting these people also, so they're more tired when they're punching them. Right?
Right. So you're trying to say him hitting them harder, sapping their strength more because he had more muscle mass.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it's like I was going to disagree with Eddie when he said, Pacquiao's been knocked out. I'm like, what does that matter if Pacquiao's been knocked out? Because like you can make a mistake in boxing and get knocked out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And, being knocked out doesn't determine how well of a fighter you are.
You can only get knocked out so many times, and after a while, your jaw becomes less able to take a punch.
Yeah, that's true too. That's definitely true. That happened with what was his name? Roy. He was bad, man. Roy Jones. Roy Jones was a bad motherfucker. Then he got knocked out.
What happened to John Jones? Did you see that? Like, he's stripped of his UFC title.
What did he do?
He hit I think he hit a pregnant lady, broke her arm in a car accident, took off, came back to the scene, got like his wallet or something out of the car. A police identified him. John Jones ran and didn't show up to anything. Like, he was gone for like 48 hours. No one could get a hold of him. And he lost his title.
Wow.
What the fuck? I saw that at the bottom of the screen, like on ESPN. It was like John Bones Jones. Everybody say I look like him and shit. It said John Bones Jones gets his title stripped and this and that. I was like, what the hell did he do?
Drinking.
Wasn't it like Vegas or something?
I don't know. I forgot. I was listening to Rogan's podcast and they were talking about it. But yeah, he just got tested positive for cocaine or something.
What?
You didn't hear after his last fight? Yeah, he had to go to rehab because he had cocaine in this.
Oh my god!
And rehab's a fucking joke.
Cocaine goes through your system very quickly as well. Don't ask me how I know that.
Another thing is like cocaine's not a drug you get addicted to either.
That's not true, Jordy.
I've dealt with cocaine multiple times in my life, and it's not me personally taking them, but family, family and people around me taking them. It's a gateway drug. It's not a drug that you get addicted to.
That's not true, Geordie. I know from personal
I
experience.
think you get. I think you get.
I know from personal.
I know a bunch of people that can use it recreationally and just put it down.
Yeah, that's lucky.
Yeah, that's lucky.
You get some good ass shit, you gonna get addicted to it, cuzzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I can't imagine. Can you imagine fighting on cocaine? Like how fast your heart would go? Well, if you haven't taken it, you wouldn't know. But
yeah, I never took it, but I've heard that you get like a speedy high.
yeah, it
Didn't
depends.
Mike Tyson like get cocaine during one of his fights?
And Tyson probably did every fucking thing, man.
That must be the scariest thing in the world to see Mike Tyson.
Do you remember
all
when he was
sweaty,
the
coked
scariest guy ever? Do you remember when Tyson was the scariest man on earth?
Now that's a motherfucker that you ducked.
Yeah. Now that's a guy who knocked motherfuckers out.
Real rap. That's the guy that you
Floyd
ducked.
would never fight him. Floyd would wait till
know.
he
I
had
I don't
like
think
a
they were
broken
in the
leg.
same weight class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like he would wait till he had like a broken leg or something. Fight him.
He way too fucking light.
I'd be scared to fight Mike Tyson in a wheelchair.
What if Mike
now.
Tyson, one of those basketball leagues, the wheelchair leagues, throwing elbows. You're probably dunked somehow. Sniff a line of cocaine and
He's like,
dunk.
"Assalamu alaikum, motherfucker! I dunked on you."
Yeah. The Tyson has the most hilarious interviews. Like, did you see after a fight, he said he broke his back.
Yeah.
He said, I broke my back. The guy said, What do you mean?
My spine,
He's like,
my spinal.
back." Yeah, my back. He said, what is it, a vertebrae? No, spinal. Yo, oh my God. That is, that's why it was so
Well,
great.
these boxers are dumb. I mean, Floyd Mayweather can't read. I think 50 Cent showed that
Yeah.
to the world.
He can't read. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I know he could count though, but yeah,
He
can't.
struggles with- he can read.
He's not fluid. Like he's not a.
It's like white boy, 7th Street can't. White boy, 7th Street can't hear. White boy, 7th Street can't hear anything. That's how he reads.
Like he probably, I would think he can read in his brain. Like he can, like if he look at it and read, he can read. But when your teacher be like, Jordy, can you read chapter 1 to the
Oh
class?
hell yeah!
And
that was
then
my
like
showboat
some
moments.
people really like that nervousness, like reading out loud. Cause somebody,
We used to have a motherfucker named Napoleon in our class who couldn't read like a motherfucker.
oh my God.
He'd
That's
be all like,
crazy.
sucking the teeth. Man, I don't want to read, Miss Brown.
Oh, that's a shame. I wish I was in that class. I was sure.
Yeah, you'd be pointing and laughing at his ass, right?
Oh man, I was the
So he
class
couldn't
clown.
read. He could not read. It makes you feel sad now as an adult. It's like, damn. Like, how do you expect to get through life if you can't read?
I think he's
But
okay with his
Mayweather's doing
$200
it.
million. Yeah, I think he's okay. I think he can pay someone to read for him.
I understand it, but he got lucky. He able to throw the hands. He's good
Yeah,
with
he
the
can
body.
fight.
But like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, just imagine if he was like in everyday situation. Say he was like working at the post office or something.
He probably have learned how to read. I should imagine that that's developed just because his lifestyle was. You know what his dad's like. His dad's a trainer, right? So
I don't
he
believe
probably
that. I know a bunch of motherfuckers that are like functional illiterates.
I know that it exists, but I'm just like, like with the internet, like how can you be functionally illiterate in the internet age? Like, that's crazy.
Autocorrect. I don't even type anything correctly. I just make it look kind of similar to the word that I'm trying to Google.
Yeah,
Why
I'm not
they
the best
autocorrect it?
speller,
jackpot.
but I know when a word's spelled correctly when I look at it.
That little
Yo.
wiggly red line saves me.
School. I was fucking typing school, and I said it was right though. It was right, and autocorrect didn't, wiggly it. And I'm looking at it like,
I hate when they
That's
autocorrect
not
it
right.
based on like proper grammar.
yeah, I hate that too. I hate that.
Like if you're breaking like one of the rules of English, it like makes it like, well, this is not in this sentence correctly. I don't give a fuck. I'm typing a text message.
Did you ever notice? I don't know if it's in our settings or anything, but in Skype, like if you type something wrong, it'll just correct it without telling you. Like if I type,
it will technically auto correct.
Yeah, I took that shit off.
Do you think Microsoft is gathering all
oh
this
well, it didn't work that time.
like, information and like somehow making artificial intelligence more correct from taking all this data?
I'm hoping it's more like this. I'm hoping it's a situation where that they're putting these processes in place so that the internet can't destroy the English language to the point that it's irreparable.
Oh, like
Can't do
Rex,
that.
REKT.
Yeah,
like you have a bunch of people spelling the word "you" with just the letter "u."
Yeah,
Like if you do it long enough.
that's true.
English traditionally, the reason why it's spoken the most in the world is not apart from numbers. That's actually Mandarin, I think. But the reason why it's the most common language like in the world is because it's the most adaptive, so it can change. That's the point of it. Is it doesn't have strict rules. It can have any word in it. And it develops and changes all the time.
It will understand you.
Yeah, and you'll understand people. So because of the nature of the language, like spellings have changed since like olden times. Like words like old used to have an E at the end and then that was dropped, and you guys don't put U's in certain words that we do, and all
Like
those
how you spell color. How you spell color?
COLOUR. So stuff like that.
You spelled color wrong. You just spelled color wrong on stream.
You're telling an English guy that the English spell color wrong. No.
I know, ain't that funny?
But the way the language changes like that and adapts means that maybe in the future you will be spelt you, but it doesn't matter as long as the understanding is always there.
It's crazy. Like in the '60s, they were saying like hip and diddlebot or whatever the fuck they were saying, and now like
Cab Calloway.
Now like swag and all these ridiculous things are gonna be looked down upon, and they're happening like 1990s. Like you could say cool, and then for a while cool was like cool to say. Now
swag is
cool
a bad example because swag came from a guy named Cab Calloway, which was a bag term from swagger.
Yeah,
you know, that's from the 50s. It's just it's just making a second,
but it's just getting real popular now.
Yeah,
just
pop culture.
Yeah, it came back.
So many now that are. Oh, when you guys were talking about, yeah, exactly. You guys were talking about steroids. Do you think there should be like a steroids?
Like I think baseball should have steroids implemented in it again.
Like baseball was the most beneficiary from steroids.
Dude,
oh my God,
steroid baseball was fun.
Times.
steroid baseball was fun.
Yo, what was his name? Not Sammy, the other guy with him.
McGuire.
They had the little handshake and everything, like when they play against each other.
McGuire.
They would do the little handshake after they hit a home run and stuff, and they playing against each other. That's how you know.
McGuire Sosa, that was great, and Barry Bonds, which I don't know if I said this on tape. Barry Bonds, in my opinion, is the best hitter in baseball history. A lot of people were like, ooh, but steroids doesn't give you hand-eye coordination. You can look at me as motherfucking much as you want and tell me like, well, it increases your bat speed a little bit. Well, that's muscle mass. But it still doesn't give you hand-eye coordination. There's not another hitter in baseball that was feared as much as Barry Bonds. Period. Motherfuckers would walk him 200 times a fucking year. I'm putting it out there.
He listen. Like Wing said, before the steroids, Bonds was breaking records and on pace to be like the best baseball player ever. And then I think that was just overkill. That's why everybody hated him, because he was so fucking good.
Yeah, he was. He's a great ass hitter. And then you see McGuire and Sosa over here breaking these Maris records and getting all this attention. And he's like, "Where's my fucking?" Bonds is an egomaniac. Bonds wanted all the fucking attention. So he puts on 35 pounds of muscle in the off season. 35 pounds of it. This is
Crazy.
a legitimate number. Crazy amount of muscle. Didn't even try to hide the fact. What you doing, Bob? I eat my Wheaties.
That motherfucker was big as shit.
Looked like he
man.
got the mumps or something over there. And he
Mm.
come back and killed it, son.
Wing, speaking about muscle, I forgot you were mentioning something before the show. I can't recall it. What was that again?
I said white boy has such good testosterone and he has the body shape that if he would lift some weights, he would be a devilishly handsome man.
Gotta get these, white boy.
If white boy had a pair of those,
I got a kettlebell. A big
But that's
18-pounder. No, 81-pounder, actually.
81.
81
Hey, you would
kettlebells
not
will
be
fuck
holding that shit like that. That's some
kettlebells will
strong
fuck you
ass
up.
shit.
You know what? I hate the kettlebells. Like I hate the kettlebell squats where you got to go from like a 10 all the way up to 100 and you do 10 squats, 10 squats, 10 squats, 10 squats and you go back down. Holy shit.
I never even used those.
Like, you can use them for a lot of different things. There's a lot of different.
Oh yeah, where the kettlebells where you go like this and like it's like, oh.
I'm kind of fine with steroids in certain sports. I think baseball is one where I'm okay with it. Another one where I'm okay with it is in like cycling, like because they all did it for years before they got caught, and then everyone's like, sometimes I don't get the fake outrage, like the whole, oh, but it's not a level playing field and it's breaking the sport of competition. I'm like, not if they're all doing it.
Yeah, if they're all
If
doing
they're
it. Like,
all doing it, then the
I
best
don't know
guy
if you,
still
I know
wins.
your motherfuckers follow baseball, but since they took steroids out of baseball, pitchers have been throwing their arms out like crazy. Tommy John surgeries went through the roof because most of the pitchers were taking steroids to get their muscles up on their arms,
Yeah.
and it was protecting their elbow because they had so much muscle. But since they had to lose all that, it's blowing their elbows out.
And
And
you know,
they're
they
trying
can't
to fake
recover
the
as
funk
quick.
and trying to say it was technique. They're trying to say that, well, a lot of these guys are throwing in little leagues and all the way up through. I'm like, motherfucker, it's the steroids.
Uh-huh.
I think we're missing out as humans because you know how if we increase the technology of sports vehicles, then years later our trucks are going to be better, our cars are going to be better. Now, if we keep on increasing the limits of the human body, they're gonna find something out that's gonna help everybody live their lives better.
From my understanding, white boy, it's just for sports. You're not allowed to do it if you're a sports guy. Because I know I got a friend that has to take steroids because she has bad muscles in her back and on her spine and stuff, and she needs them to grow the muscle to be able to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they give you steroids in a medical terms.
Yeah,
to
no,
help
they,
you.
they will. Like after a crippling surgery or something, they'll do that. They'll give you steroid treatments. I think the sensible thing to do would be to say there is a list of banned substances because they are actually dangerous, right? So if you say that the sport is allowed to take steroids for training purposes, you're allowed to take metabolic steroids, things like that to help you train better, that's fine. But if you're taking something that is physically dangerous and has long-term health effects, then it's on a banned substance list. Something you take this one steroid, it makes you grow a third arm out of the front of your head, right? Well, that's obviously banned. But you're allowed to use them for training purposes. You're not allowed to use them specifically for what's that one thing, cortisone, that they use for painkillers? They give you a cortisone shot and you can play on it. That's a steroid, isn't it? Cortisone.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
I was just thinking about weight loss drugs. I was on a drug called Phetramine, and Phetramine is a synthetic version of speed.
Yeah.
Because it's such a low dosage, it's legal.
Yeah. I just think there should be sports that allow that kind of stuff. I mean, in the British Premier League soccer, we do something that a lot of Premier League clubs and in Europe do that is illegal in the States. We do that blood filtering
The blood
thing.
thing.
Genokine.
So yes,
Right.
you take out blood and you vitamin enrich it and you put minerals and all this kind of good shit in it, and then you put the blood back in the person, invigorated blood, basically, enriched blood treatment, and that's banned in the States, but it's legal here.
Do you think
Lance
boxers would do that
Armstrong,
to
right?
lose pounds? They take some blood out?
Boxers do something just as deadly anyway. Boxers do what you call cutting water weight. And
Yeah.
I look at this shit and I'm like, why do they allow these people to do this? This is going to kill somebody eventually. Because talking to Joe Lozon and people like that, he's talking about he's dropped 18 pounds of water weight in a period of a week and a half. like just sitting in saunas, sweating, not drinking anything, dehydrating yourself. So when you go up there, you're like your muscles are like skin tight because you got no water in your skin, and like after you weigh in, you just put the water weight back on regardless.
You do that over like the course of a week, and then fight the next day after.
And then they give you the weigh-in numbers of the weigh-in. It's like, just make the weigh-in thing bigger. You know?
Yeah, seriously.
A lot of fighters get caught up when they're dehydrated like that, and body still is not recovered by the time of the fight.
They'll do that. They'll do that because the weight class will be set at a certain amount, and they want to be well above that weight class. So just for the weigh-in, they make it, and then so they train to be bigger, and then just cut the water for that day, and then they're actually much bigger than the weight division. So I should imagine it started off because someone in heavyweight, someone like who was a super heavyweight, wanted to make heavyweight, and like was massive, and then just lost all this water weight, weighed in against some actual heavyweight dude, and then was like, well, actually, dude, I'm massive. You caught it well there, Jordy. You caught that well.
That was good reaction time. So yeah, that was kind of the whole
Before we go boxing.
Go ahead.
Before we go boxing, but weigh-ins and stuff. Like, why do they still use those old-timey scales to weigh in people? They have scales that can actually tell your water weight and how much body fat you have, you know, by shooting, like, the electricity through you and stuff. Like, why don't they use those scales instead of, like, the old-timey shit?
Some traditional shit.
Because it's for the drama. It's for the spectacle. It's like, why do they drop the mic in the middle of the ring from a fucking piece of string? Why don't they just have, like, wireless mics? But they still do that. They still drop the mic to the announcer when he walks in the ring.
Because they want the guy to actually manually do this, and you know how they got the scale, and they got the little weight on the little ruler. They want him to manually do it, and everybody's waiting in anticipation.
Yeah, it's a spectacle. It's not a spectacle.
If he just steps on a digital scale and then it just comes up behind me, okay, you don't even have to announce that shit. You see what he is.
They can't do this, you know, on the weight things. They can't do all their flexing, and then they can't do the inevitable face-off when he's walking off the weight machine.
What you're telling me makes it even less credible that they have to weigh a certain weight.
Yes.
Hey, Wings, I wanted to ask you, that thing you said you took, like, Speedish, how did you feel? Like, what?
Oh, Fetramine. I took 30 milligrams of Fetramine. I took it with amino acids, and and you had to take it with amino acids. So what it makes you do is it wires you really good. It makes your body really hot. Like, it's not like hot so it's uncomfortable, but you can feel that your body is working even when you're sitting down. So your heart goes up. Your heart rate comes from usually sits around 90 beats per minute. You couldn't sleep. Like, the first time you get on it, you probably would sleep like 2 hours a night, and after you've gotten used to it a little bit, it'd probably go up to 6 hours. But you never slept and you never got tired. Like like your muscles would get tired, but your cardio would go through the roof.
Can you focus though? Like say you took that, you know that shit is working, and you want to live stream and do your 24-hour live.
Oh yeah, you can focus. It's just you feel normal. It doesn't affect you at all. It just means that you never lose energy, and your body is running so fast that it's going to burn fat.
You just know something's going on.
You just feel it. It has. It's. You ever feel like you're hungry a little bit?
Yeah.
Like you got a little bit of hunger. It's not quite. You're not quite there, but your body's got that burning hunger sensation. It's like that all day. But if you eat something, you get sick.
Oh.
Like I'm talking about sick, like you ever got really sick and you're trying to eat chicken soup or something like that, and you're like, you just get that sick feeling when you eat.
Yeah, nausea.
Yeah, you get nauseous when you eat. So it forces you not to eat very much, and it makes your body work overdrive. I mean, it can kill you. It's bad for your heart.
So what were they? Did you take it once a week or?
Took it every day. You took 30 milligrams every day, twice a day actually. You took 30 in the morning and 15 in the evening.
You ever not take it in the evening and sleep better?
Yeah, I did that a lot, and not sleeping is the reason I got off of it, because like what would happen is you'd miss it one day. Like I would miss it, and I would literally I'd crash. I'd sleep for like 12 hours, like because my body was so tired. And once it's out of your system, you realize how tired you are,
Yeah.
and you would just crash.
You're spending tomorrow's energy today.
You ever try to get some pussy while under that influence?
Yeah, I got plenty of pussy under that influence. It didn't affect your erections at all.
Oh, okay.
Like I was living with Shalene when I was on it.
Ah. Okay, that's cool.
Did it enhance your sexual behavior?
No, it didn't. It didn't enhance sexually. No, I mean, like the only thing that's ever enhanced sexually is this experience. Like the more you do it, the better you get at it.
I agree.
Well,
True.
you can take like drugs and stuff to make.
Well, you could you could take like Cialis or something. But I never took Cialis. Anybody ever take Cialis or anything like that?
No, I haven't.
I took a Viagra before, and my dick was hard for like 9 hours. So
9 hours. I thought you were supposed to go to the hospital after 4.
yeah, it wasn't just hard like.
But it was like
9
semi-erect.
hours, but it was like then it'll wake up for no reason. Like don't fuck with it if you don't got to.
I remember we put I put Cialis. I put a Viagra in somebody's orange juice at work one time.
That's fucked up.
How did that turn out?
Well, I got this guy twice. It was a guy named Pierre, and
He probably went home and fucked the shit out of this girl.
well, first off, I used to take like a chocolate milk or something to work with me, like a half gallon of chocolate milk, and I would drink it throughout the day when I'd go on breaks and stuff like that. We had refrigerators there at work.
Yeah.
Well, at that day, I come back in. I didn't open the milk because I didn't drink none when I first got there. So I get back there and half my milk's gone.
Okay.
I look at the shit, I'm like, who the fuck's drinking my chocolate milk? It's like, you don't put your name on it and when you put it in the refrigerator, but if you don't put it in the refrigerator, you don't touch it. It's kind of like a room etiquette.
Yeah.
It's like, so I'm like, I throw the milk away because I didn't want to drink it after some stranger drunk out of it. He could have like fucking herpes or something. He probably took it to the head. I don't know. So I bring another one in the next day and the same shit happens. Same shit happens. I'm like, motherfucker. And then at the same time, there was like a person put a note on the refrigerator. And he goes, I put McDonald's in the refrigerator. It's not a nice person that you ate it or something like that. So apparently he had drank my milk and ate somebody's McDonald's. So I brought a third one in the next day and I loaded that thing up with a thing called X-Lax, which is an laxative.
Shits.
Yeah. And I loaded it up like it. And that's how I found out it was Pierre, because he was like on the line running back and forth to the bathroom the entire night. It's like, okay. And then I had a Viagra. My buddy Danny had given me like a three pack sampler pack of Viagra. And I seen him there. He had like a Tropicana orange juice. It was like a week later. And I'm like, I'm still not done with this boy. So I took it and I crunched it up in my pocket. And when he went to get something out of the snack machine, I went over his drink and I sprinkled it into his actual orange juice.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's great.
Should have did the X-Lax and the.
He ended up getting fired for stealing food later on.
He had a who?
He ended up getting fired for stealing food later on.
This motherfucker, fuck this guy. He deserves
He
it.
ain't fool.
I don't understand why he's stealing food. He had a job that's making $18 an hour. Why are you stealing food?
Maybe he's just a cheap motherfucker, man.
Maybe he's on drugs. Who knows? I mean, that was my theory.
Yeah. Well, maybe he just didn't care. Maybe he just didn't care. Maybe he wanted to get fired. I don't know. There's better ways to do that, though.
Like $18 an hour in South Carolina, that's good money.
Fired.
I mean, that's good money in where I live at. $18 an hour.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand that. It's like, if I'm one of the people, like, if you're hungry, I'll feed you. Like, if he came up to me that day and like, hey, buddy, I'm hungry, and gave a good excuse, like, he had to pay his kids tuition, or, he's got, a lot of child support bills and his check gets eaten up by child support and he just hadn't been eating right. I would have bought him something out of the machine. I won't do it every day, but like, I'm like, here, get you a cup. I'll get you some of my milk.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Maybe he thought he was just being sly.
Yeah, but eating a whole motherfucker's McDonald's? Like, it weren't my McDonald's, it's somebody else, but he ate the whole combo. Like, he threw it in the trash.
Thank you.
Oh, no, somebody had McDonald's in the refrigerator.
Yeah, I was
Right.
thinking,
They
that's
bought
nasty.
McDonald's on the way to work, and they put it in the refrigerator to eat at lunch.
Ugh.
And he went in there and ate it.
That's a no.
I suppose
Putting
you could
McDonald's in the
you
refrigerator.
could microwave it though.
Yeah.
No.
No, you could,
Microwaving
but
McDonald's suck.
I've never done it. I was just thinking you could do
Yeah,
it.
don't-
You can do it
yeah,
with pizza
don't.
though. That's good. Cold pizza. Nom, nom,
cold
nom, nom,
pizza
nom.
is better. I love
Pizza is all that.
I wish I could buy pizza cold, but that
You
would
can
be
buy
kind of-
pizza cold.
Yeah?
They can buy them from the freezer. They're called DiGiorno's.
I have.
No,
Which
he talking
Giorno
about
sucks.
kind of made at least.
You want Red Baron. Red Baron's the pizza that you buy out the freezer.
I like Jack's. They're like.
What's Jack's? What is that?
They're 4. I'll get one. I love. Might make one.
I've never heard of a Jack's.
Pizza talk.
Hey, man, motherfucker, I love some pizza now.
Yeah, I love pizza. Haven't we done pizza talk? We did. We talked about New York style pizza.
Yeah, I think I just buy any random freezer.
But you can't get like Mama Rose shit. Like Mama Rose is terrible.
Elio's suck.
I love these right here. When I was on food stamps, I would get these all day. They're like $2 each, $3.
Are they any good?
I love. Yeah. Fuck yeah, they're good. They're not the best, but
Can you kill one by yourself?
I do it all the time.
Come on, White.
It's like,
I've seen
fuck
you eat.
yeah.
You eat like a rabbit.
I'd eat. I'll make this and I'll eat it during the show if you want me to.
Yeah, let's want to see that. Go and go put it in the oven.
Yeah, I'll make
Go and go put it in the oven.
Don't burn the house down, dude.
You got
Kelly's
there.
probably there. Yeah, Kelly's probably there. What's your all right? Okay, so what's your
Well, since we talked
go-to?
about food,
What's your go-to comfort food? Like you've had a shitty fucking day. What's the one food you'll know will make you feel good?
I break this down based off calories versus dollars.
So you've got a more utilitarian, workman-like approach to food. Because to me, if I'm in a worse enough mood, I'll spend any amount of money.
Well, I'll do that too. I'll spend $40 on food if it's what makes me happy.
Yeah, like
But
what
like,
is-
but like calorie versus dollar, the best food pound for pound that you can get for like a carbohydrate high is a Stouffer's lasagna.
Lasagna's good.
I'd never go to lasagna as like my oh my god, I need comfort lasagna.
I think it
Yeah,
takes
but pasta. I'm talking about going straight for the carbohydrate high to make you feel good.
No, I mean just like the food that is just the
The one I want the most.
Yeah, the tastiest. Like oh, I
Boneless
really
wings.
want that. What is
Boneless
it?
wings.
Boneless wings. Oh.
Boneless wings and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Motherfucker, slap your mama. Woo!
Pizza, man. Pizza.
Pizza's your go-to,
Pizza's
Joe.
slack.
Yeah.
I mean, like, especially if you get like Little Caesars. Like Little Caesars is good because it's $5 and you get like 15,000 calories or whatever it is, a bunch of calories for $5. Where you look at that and be like, well, I can get 1,000 calories from McDonald's for $5, or I can get 3,000 at Little Caesars for $5.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like a good store, like a mom and pops that makes some
Mom
good
and
ass
Pops.
pizza.
The
Mama
cheese
Pops
goes
does-
like this, like it just
Yeah.
stretches.
Oh my God. Mom and
As a
Pops-
fat person, I want to just more to Smith. Mom and pop shops do not make the best pizza. Half their pizza suck.
Yeah, that's if you got a bad mom and pop store.
Yeah, you need that
We
one
got-
place.
There's a lot of bad ones though.
We got this one called Pete's Pizza in Southwest Philadelphia. Their pizza is fucking great. Like no lie, very good.
I'm very down for like a really good pizza. I think all my absolute comfort food. If I could get right, we get a main and a dessert. People, right? So figure out what dessert your go-to dessert. Mine would be fried chicken, spicy hot fried chicken with hot
hot
sauce,
all over it, all over it.
Hot
Made
sauce.
Hot.
rice and
hot
gravy, with a
all that
biscuit.
shit. Fried chicken, and then like my dessert, my absolute true comfort food is mint choc chip ice cream. Mint ice cream for me is just like happiness in a bowl. Because my grandmother, who I was really close with, used to always give me it on it. Like when I'd go to her house on a Friday, like, and she'd make me dinner when I was a kid, and she'd give me mint ice cream. So there's that all like emotional, like growing up as a kid with this person you're really close with, like that. So whenever I eat mint ice cream, I just relax totally.
And do you take deep breaths because all your pores are open?
Yeah, I'm just like,
Everything's just.
Have you
Vanilla
ever
ice
had
cream is
Eddie's
terrible.
ice cream? There's like a
No,
brand
I
called
don't-
Eddie's. They make mint ice cream.
Eddie's
Really
is good. Eddie's is good.
Yeah.
Vanilla ice cream. Caramel
Don't
over
go
top.
get one, white boy.
I got one. I used to get those all the time back, like on food stamps at Pick and Save. They just had the frozen pizzas and the ice cream, like right next.
The problem with
to each
Eddie's,
other.
Eddie's don't make gallons. Like I like to buy ice cream by the gallon.
Where you are, your food stamps, can you buy hot food?
Oh, I don't know. I
Here you can. You can buy. hot
Or
food
you
here.
got to find a mom and pop store that knows you and would let you slide.
yeah, I don't know. I just got groceries from it. I never
Like you
tried,
can you
what
can
do
you
mean
can buy
hot
hot food.
like
Like
chicken that
you
they
can buy
make
hot
at-
food
Like a
from Walmart.
cheesesteak. Walmart hot food?
Like here in like South Carolina, like you can buy like Walmart from the deli, but you can't like go and buy like a pizza. But there's ways around it. Like for example, like I used to own a restaurant called Joanne's Kitchen, and we used to serve what the shit? It's a pizza. It's one kind of those pizza chains like convenience stores sell. I think it's like Piccadilly's or something like that. And what you would do is you'd sell it to them cold. Like you'd sell them like the thing, and then you charge them $1 to heat it up. So you'd pay for it with food stamps cold, and then you charge them $1 to actually heat the food up for them.
Okay. I know my friend would. You can buy food stamps on 7th Street, like half price.
Oh, that's everywhere.
Okay, so he would buy food stamps, and then he would fill up his vending machines with food stamp purchases.
Sounds like a sound businessman. You hear what they're doing to food stamps in Kansas?
What are they doing?
In Kansas, they passed a law that you're only allowed $25 a day of relief. They use the word relief. So, like, if you have if you're on welfare and you get food stamps, and you have like $600 or $700 worth of benefits, counting the $190 worth of food stamps, you're only allowed to use $25 a day, and you have to go like pull it out of the bank. So you can get $25 of your money and $25 of your food stamps. So it's actually like 50. So if you have to have rent or something, like say your rent's $400, you got to go to the bank every day and pull $25 out to pay your rent. And like it's stupid, and it shows you.
What if you go grocery shopping?
It's $25 a day.
Wow.
That's $25 a day. It's all you can spend.
Would have to live like close to a bank to make that work. Like that would suck to travel to.
I mean, I'm saying what it is it's the rich people trying to make the poor people feel humiliated so they get all food stamps.
What the fuck is Eddie over there doing?
I was
He's
eating hot wings. Sorry.
Okay.
So we're
I
talking
muted
about
my
our
mic.
food. We're talking
I
about
was
Yeah,
like,
no.
He was like,
Talking about food, and I had hot wings in front of me.
For dessert, I would have either like a vanilla malt or a root beer float.
Root beer float.
Oh, so good. And
Root beer. This might surprise you as an Englishman, but I love root beer. I think it's delicious.
Yeah, it is.
So
Fago
good.
root beer. Fago root beer. Oh my lord.
So carry on, dude. Sorry, yeah. A root beer.
I don't know what my main dish would be. Like I like cheese and I like bread. Like it could be a sandwich, it could be a pizza, even a lasagna. But I would have to say like a steak, like just and like some potatoes, vegetables, steak.
I don't know. I've had this so many times. It seems boring now to this point in my life.
It's been a while since I had one.
any of you guys ever have a Philly cheesesteak?
No,
we
I
never had
haven't.
Philly.
Yes.
They're very good.
We had a Philly cheesesteak
I don't-
pizza at Domino's one time.
I don't eat that much, but they're good.
So what are they?
It's like steak meat.
with
It's
provolone cheese and like onions.
yeah, but it's not like the regular steak meat. I don't know. how they make
It's really thin cut beef,
Thin.
almost like roast beef,
Right. Okay.
but it's a different animal, I think. And you have onions, and then you have like provolone cheese over top.
Yeah,
Or like
you could
peppers?
The onions are
provolone
grilled. Yeah, grilled
American.
onions. Yeah,
Yeah, fried the onions with it, cut it all up.
it's good. I mean, like I've always had like knockoffs. I never had an authentic Philadelphia cheesesteak.
Yeah,
Well, we need to change that.
they're pretty good.
Oh, I was
always
thinking, like we were talking about the Patreon earlier. What if we do like some sort of like food event? Well,
Yeah, I would do that.
like that'd be like we have to do like talk about food. I'm so excited for this.
Like, cause I always wanted to go to Wiener Circle. That's in Chicago.
I've always wanted to have like an authentic Chicago deep dish with like one of the Chicago like dip sub shops.
You guys want deep wieners? Come over, baby. I got them.
Oz.
I
We
don't
could
know how
meet
to
up.
take that.
We could meet up with Hex and them. They down there too.
Yeah, man.
Aren't you coming to Chicago soon?
Pick Hex.
Guys?
Yeah, I was gonna come. I was just gonna come down there and go to Wiener Circle. Just a day trip or something when I'm
Get some
bored.
wieners?
I'm gonna tell you something. I tried that new ghost pepper sandwich at the Wendy's.
I had
It
it
sucks.
too.
How's the
It's
pepper,
like
though?
it's nothing like a ghost pepper.
Dude, there's no way.
Is it mild or?
I'm telling you right now, there's no way they'd serve a burger with genuine ghost peppers on it to the general public.
It's
no
it's not.
fucking way.
It's not. They claim ghost pepper sauce on it,
All
and
right.
it's like 100% ghost pepper sauce. I'm like, okay, let me try this.
That shit probably so watered down.
Dude.
It's not even hot. Like it's like their spicy chicken sandwich.
It's probably
like,
a big ass bucket with one ghost pepper in it.
Dude, a
That they
ghost
made the
pepper
mixture
sauce,
with.
genuine ghost pepper would make normal people hallucinate.
Yeah, just
Not joking.
I'm not hallucinate now.
Dude, when I did mine, like the first time I ate proper ghost pepper, like it made me lightheaded and I started seeing stars.
I've had 6 in my life at this point, and I've never once hallucinated.
Mine was raw. It wasn't dried. Mine
Yeah.
was raw. That blew my fucking head off.
And Wings,
Like,
you
mate.
said you got like a tolerance. Like if you built a
I do. I have a very
tolerance,
high tolerance for hot food.
Like me, I probably just die or something.
I've had a guy catch a nosebleed on me. I put it on my YouTube channel. He ate one. He like started bleeding from the nose and shit.
Dude, that's food shouldn't
Wow.
make you bleed.
Like he literally. Well, ghost peppers are hard. Even the dry ones are hardcore.
Yeah, no, they are. I didn't mean like no, they're hardcore,
They're
but like,
hardcore.
like-
Like I can eat hot food, and like even then, and like doing 2 in one day. I did 2 in a day one time, and it's like milk is worse. Like milk actually makes it worse. The best way to do a ghost pepper is just to man it out.
That worked for me. I mean, it still hurt. Like my mouth is getting all wet thinking about ghost peppers. Does
Yeah.
that happen to you guys? Like you think?
yeah, it happens to everyone who gets used to hot food. Think about chilies and your mouth will salivate.
Oh yeah, like me, it's like the smell. I love the smell of like a vinegary hot sauce on
Yeah,
like chicken
ooh.
wings. Oh my lord!
You and me, Jordy, we're gonna get on just fine.
Before a chick suck your dick, you'd be like, think about some hot food, boo.
Yeah,
Y'all get it? Yeah. That would probably be a good technique.
yeah.
She'd be like, why? Just do it.
Just do it. Trust me.
Thanks. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, absolute comfort food. What did you go for, Alex? You went for root beer float and steak.
Yeah, like but it needs like some like bread and potatoes and some other vegetable. But yeah, that's my final answer.
Okay, what would you go with, Jordy?
Oh, I went comfort food.
Went-
Fried
went
pork
both.
chops, rice
Oh.
and tomatoes with a big bowl of vanilla ice cream with hot caramel over top.
Oof, good sounding.
Probably pizza and a soft drink.
Damn, Jive's cheap.
No dessert.
I'm not all the way there because I'm watching the NFL draft.
I'm just saying, like, what would be your last, like, you're on death row. This is what the concept was, like, you're on death row. What's your last meal? That would be mine. Fried chicken, mint ice cream. I can go out happy, I think. Definitely.
Pizza would definitely be in there. Pizza and some buffalo wings. Mild.
There's that one joke. What do you want for your last meal? Well, I would like a shamrock shake. They're not in season. Oh well. Buy yourself 9 months.
Yeah. So
Or
yeah,
a shamrock shake and a McRib at the same time because they're never the same promo.
Shamrock shake.
Oh
So-
man, I got food poisoning off a shamrock shake one time. Ugh.
McRibs suck too. Do you like the McRibs?
no, that
I've never bought one personally for my own personally. So if I go to
Double
McDonald's, I
dip.
used to get the double quarter pounder.
I don't like McDonald's anymore.
It's usually the only thing open late at night.
You like the fries though? You have to like the fries.
They're not even potato, are they?
Oh,
Made from some other shit.
Yeah, they're potato.
They're
I don't think they
potato.
are. I don't think they are.
How can you not fake, but how can you substitute a potato? Like, what would
Well,
they use?
I don't know what they use. I think it's some reconstituted thing that you can fry. It's like, everything except for butter, like margarine and spread like that. That's not yellow. They just put yellow in it to make you feel good, because it looks like butter.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think the fries are actually potato.
I was about to say manufacture the taste or something. Like,
No, just something that they can fry and salt, so you think they're like potato. But I don't think they are. I think they're a cheaper vegetable, maybe. I think.
No, I'm looking right now. It's like I'm looking at them on the conveyor line. They're actually potatoes, but they do a lot of things to preserve them.
All right,
It's
okay.
19 ingredients
god damn.
In fries.
in fries, yeah. But you gotta look at it this way. Like, you ever see that thing on YouTube where the guy took he bought a double McDouble, and he took the meat out and he put it on the windowsill, and then he like fried a piece of like beef up and put it on the windowsill as well in 2 plates. And like a week later, the McDouble had not even grown mold on it yet.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one was like fully green.
Yeah, and like had developed sentience and was
Yeah.
now a new friend of the man who lived in the house.
Yeah. And like the McDouble is still had not eaten because it's so.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit!
Damn.
White boy's gonna eat the whole thing for the
What
podcast.
was that? What brand was
That's
not
Jack's.
brand. Not brand. What's the toppings?
That was like a
Supreme.
combination.
Like the
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, I got pepperoni, sausage, onion, peppers.
Like, hold it up and pull a piece off. Let's see if the cheese shreds with it.
Yeah. It's probably shitty.
Oh, it's,
See,
it's not the greatest pizza, but it's like really easy to make. I have this pizza oven. All right, let's try to get it cheap.
Did you cut it? Oh, okay.
Oh, look how
Uh-oh.
thin that is, though.
Oh, look at that little cheese.
It's
Oh, yeah,
really
Look at that
thin,
little
though.
cheese.
I like thin pizzas. I like you. Our tastes are very similar, white boy. Yeah,
Because
thin's my
like
cup
Wing
too.
said, I don't eat a lot, but just a little. I gotta be.
My boy needs to do a Dave Chappelle, son. He needs to just fucking like, I
Bang
need
up.
baked chicken. Just like, have them Gaines shirts. Like, Gaines aren't just on my microphone, bitches.
Uh-huh. Gains.
So speaking of gains, how did you all think Black Ops 3 looked like in its trailer compared to Black Ops 2? Or was it the same game? I couldn't quite tell. What do you guys think?
It looked like Advanced Warfare to me.
I think they look different for sure. Didn't it look like Black Ops 2? I would say Advanced Warfare looked a lot more
Yeah.
Black Ops 2. Black Ops. I think my main thing is that it looks like Titanfall, and I'm not even mad at that because I like Titanfall a lot. But there's a lot of stupid shit in the game that I think Call of Duty, when they take stupid shit out and replace it with the cool kill streak shit, I think the Titanfall concept is actually one that's gonna possibly work. And if anyone's gonna do it from Call of
Yeah.
Duty, I think it's gonna be Treyarch. And I hope it's the best double jump game or big jump game. 'Cause
Hey,
there's a lot of there's Halo, there's Destiny, Advanced Warfare, and there's one that I'm missing that you can double jump. And I think this is gonna be the best one. That's all I gotta say.
hey, did y'all see the actual Spectre in the game?
The Spectre?
Yeah. From Titanfall, the robot grunt type of
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
It was literally the same thing. Like
Yeah.
those
play
must
Titanfall.
be either they're being created in real life, looking exactly like that, or they just bit off of Titanfall.
It's probably a bit of both. Like, to me, the most exciting bit of it was, like, I really liked Titanfall's movement. I think it's the best, like, jumping.
Titanfall's movement was good.
Yeah, like, it's the best version of that style of play that's been done so far. And if Black Ops 3 is like that, if it's more that than Advanced Warfare, I think people will be okay with it. Because I think that I try to say this all the time because I see people hating on it already, being like, it's going to be the worst COD. I'm like, listen, this is Big Dave we're talking about here. Okay, so Big Dave quite often has like ideas that are very progressive, but his implementation of those ideas is usually quite conservative. Actually, like it's usually quite reined back. He like Treyarch make a real effort to make their game balanced, apart from C4s and EMPs and all that kind of stuff from Black Ops 2. But never mind, we won't talk about that. But mostly the game is there is a serious attempt to get it right. And I kind of trust him. My only problem with Treyarch games in the past has been the connection. And I play on PC, so that's not really a fucking issue for me because I get dedicated servers. Fuck yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me get. You guys are worried about gun balance and things like that, and like it's important. Gun balance is important, but there's a piece of FPS that is much more important than gun balance, and that's map flow.
Yeah.
And when you institute something like double jumping, it really ratchets up the chaos factor on your maps. Let's take a map on Black Ops 2 like Summit. Slums. Slums is a universally well-liked map. Anybody here hate the map Slums?
No. It's good.
I don't hate it, but you can stop the flow.
It's all one level, isn't it, Slums?
It's all one level. They had the B flag in the middle. We're playing domination here.
Yeah.
Now just imagine that people can jump over the walls of Slums to get to the B flag.
Yeah, it's a lot more chaotic.
Yeah, it'll be like uncatchable.
It would be a very bad map at that point.
I think they've said though, they have actually said that they're thinking about exactly what you're saying. They're thinking about their map design and how they're going to create that flow. Because I think one of the big lessons from Advanced Warfare is you can't just put COD sprinting, shooting mechanics with a double jump and some exo movements and create 48 storied maps and shit will be fine. No, you can't actually do that. So maps have to be maybe a little bit larger and a little bit more linear with less levels to make it play like a COD and have flow and stuff like that.
They need ghost maps to counterbalance double jump.
Ghost maps would have been perfect. I said that
so
many times.
Ghost maps with the double jump, it wouldn't be as chaotic because you need
space, don't you?
Treyarch has a rule. I'm hoping Big Dave stays to this rule. And I heard him in an interview say like his idea with spawning is you get 3 seconds. From the point you spawn, there's 3 seconds before you get in a gunfight, and you don't have that in Advanced Warfare.
No, because the spawns are bad, and I think because the way the maps work,
spawns might not even be bad. It's just that people can move so fast, and the maps are so small.
As soon as you spawn, they're there. Like
I think we're in agreement.
The computer think you're spawning safety until Wings just decides to jump that way instead of that way. And then the computer spawns me there. Wings is jumping that way. There's nothing I can do.
And like the map flow is very important to me. Yeah. And another thing that's very important to me is the sound, which Treyarch is notoriously bad for having terrible sound.
Yeah.
Not unusable sound.
I was playing Black Ops the other day, like, wow, this is bad.
It's just unusable sound. And like to me that creates a frustrating experience. And to me that's catering to people that listen to music while they play Call of Duty, or maybe talking to a girlfriend or trying to feed their kid while playing Call of Duty. They're not listening to sound.
Yeah.
You're muted, white boy.
Or listening to the podcast show.
That's true. They could be listening to the podcast show.
Oh, yeah. I know you guys put the emphasis on the terrain, but I don't buy that. Treyarch, there's something wrong with this system. Like literally, I was on one of the snow maps, and it was nothing but snow. And then I would hear like 4 footsteps, and then it would go silent, and then it'll sound like I'm limping, but it's nothing but snow. Like
it should be like.
Yeah, it'd be like, then it'd go.
I can hear people walking around in my house, like from 80 feet away. It would be nothing to hear somebody go to the bathroom in my house. And I can't hear a guy with a 200-pound mech suit jumping behind me.
Over you. And if you do hear him, I always say this, if you do hear him, it's mono. It's just, you hear it. You don't.
Yeah, you don't, there's no sense of direction.
Yeah. It's not like
Ghost had Ghost had a perfect hit system. It had a perfect sound system. The only problem with Ghost was it was boring. It was boring.
Big map. Yeah. Yo, pick a map from Ghost, one map from Ghost that would be perfect for Advanced Warfare.
For Advanced
Whiteout?
Warfare.
Yeah.
Whiteout.
What's
Whiteout's a good
Whiteout? The
shout.
helicopter one?
No, it's the one in
Whiteout's
the
the
snow,
snow
with the
one with the boat
yeah,
and had
and
the
the
little cave in
satellite
the middle.
crash.
Yeah, it's a helicopter.
Yeah, there's a helicopter in the back that you can kill yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm saying Siege.
Stonehaven. Stonehaven's like my favorite map on Ghost. It just looks cool, and I like how big it is.
I would agree with you on Siege, but I'm going to say no because Siege should never exist as a first-person shooter map.
Siege was so
Unless
bad,
it has
wasn't
60
it?
players on it.
Wasn't Siege bad? That's what I'm saying. That's
Siege
why.
Siege was terrible.
Siege was so bad though that people forget that it even existed.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
That's how bad it is.
I
Right.
forgot it
The
was a map
hole?
because I never played it.
And that big hole.
It got the big well,
The big
and
hole,
then
of
like a
it-
train that
Oh,
comes.
yeah, it's like a
And
mine.
there's like a cave where everybody went to,
Siege
and there's
is
that
bad.
one window
Siege
you
is
could look
it
into.
terrible,
sucked.
man.
Infected, I hated playing on Infected because there was the grass you could hide in every little corner.
I love that though. I love when they had stuff you could hide in. Like I love when they implement grass and foliage into maps.
Typical
Infected,
camper.
people were just playing hide and
I'd
seek,
rather play
basically.
Raid. Like I'd rather play like a brightly coloured, fun.
Yeah,
Map
I
that
hate the
makes
dark
sense.
maps.
Like Raid is a great COD map. It's probably one of the best COD maps ever made. I think.
Raid reminds
Fire
me
Raid
a lot.
has,
range,
Raid
Raid.
has spawn issues.
Raid would just be like that prison one from Advanced Warfare. I think,
Riot.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Raid. Raid and Riot is different. What is Raid?
Raid's Black
Raid
Ops
is-
2.
Yeah, Black
Raid
Ops.
is the head
best map.
glitch when you go.
Oh,
to
Raid is a good map. Raid
Yeah,
is a
it
good.
got like a whole
map.
bunch
I
of
was
head
thinking about
glitches.
Riot with the prison. I
Yeah,
was like,
no,
that's
it would
terrible.
be it would be the same layout pretty much, right? Because there's that. If you could jump on top of those nice houses on Raid, it would be exactly like the prison map, pretty much. Because
You're actually right. Thinking
Just make
about
sure,
it.
making sure
It's
you can't
very
get on the
similar.
top of buildings.
Yeah, no, it is very
Yeah.
similar. That's yeah.
COD genius.
What you do is you
Imagine,
make.
imagine
you do,
Chasm on Advanced Warfare.
I
Chasm's
don't want to imagine Chasm. Period. Chasm is a terrible map.
Yeah.
I think that's the worst. Nah, well, sorry. That blue map. I think that's the
Free
worst
fall.
COD
Free
map
fall.
ever. But
Like Detour and Black Ops 2, that was like the best like fucked up city map they've ever made.
Is that the one on the bridge in Black
yeah,
Ops
on the
2?
bridge, yeah.
And it had sort of like, yeah, it had cars in the middle in the
Mhm.
bridge. Yeah.
That's a good map.
It's not very
I
fun
can't
on
even.
TDM.
Oh wow, I can't
It's not very
picture.
fun on TDM for me.
It
I
was a
didn't find.
DLC map, I think.
Yeah, it was a
Is
DLC.
it-
It was like
only-
one of the late ones.
Black
What
Ops
was the
3 is
one that
only
was
coming
full
out
of
on next
sand?
gen.
What was the DLC map in Black Ops 2 that was filled with sand and had a central building and like an empty pool on one side and a bunch of cars on the other flank?
That was on the first one. That was with the hotels.
Yeah, that's actually not a
Hotel?
bad map.
It's
No,
not
it's-
hotel.
No, that's from Black
what
Ops 1.
COD was it?
It's
Black Ops
Mirage.
2. Black Ops
It's
2.
Mirage.
Oh, it's a sandy map.
Yeah,
It's
it's full
called
of sand.
Mirage.
Yeah, it was.
Like in
Mirage.
Chinese art and stuff. That was.
I like that map. It was a good map too. That was a good map to play domination on.
No,
That's the
Hydro was alright.
Peacekeeper.
Hydro is another DLC map that's pretty.
Hydro was not alright. Hydro sucked.
No, Hydro was alright for me. I always had a pretty good game on.
I hated that water going through the middle of the map.
That
I
layout
hate
was pretty
stuff
cool,
like
though.
that.
Yeah.
I hate when the map could kill you. That's just annoying.
So you didn't like the ski lifts that would like terrify you
Just
going
hit
like
you.
a mile an
Ah!
hour? No. No.
Yeah, they going this fast.
No.
And then they touch you, you die.
Yeah.
In real life,
Which
they
they
probably
would-
knock you down at worst
Which they
case.
should just bump you out the way, but they
Yeah.
touch you, you die. Like
real life, they'll hit you and then go backward.
Yeah, it wouldn't even knock you over.
yeah.
It's only coming to next gen Black Ops 3. What do you guys think of that? Think they're gonna have a
I
better
don't think that's
engine?
gonna. I don't think that's gonna affect it anyway because, like, if you look at Advanced Warfare, Sledgehammer only made the next generation. A company called High Noon Studios made the backward ports.
It's not about that though. It's about player numbers. To me, it's important to not put it on the 360 and PS3 because I think that part of the reason why COD is dying and isn't as popular and is less fun is because the player numbers on each platform are smaller. Because not only are they
It's
cut in
all-
half once, not only
all
are they cut in
mixed
half
up,
once
yeah.
between Sony and Xbox technically 3 because of PC, but who gives a fuck about PC, right?
Cutting into 4s.
Yeah, it's split into 4, and it's weighted towards the older systems. Actually, less people have the newer systems than the older systems. So
yeah, you got to.
imagine if I said this in imagine if Halo 3 comes out on the 360, right? And it's it's close to launch title. It's the thing that sells the console. Imagine that comes out, but Microsoft are like, oh yeah, we've also made a shitty version for your old Xbox, the first Xbox. Like, that would have just fucked that game. Like, at some point
there's no reason to jump up to the next system.
Exactly. At some point you have to just be like, no, this is the reason to upgrade. This game is worth it. And everyone moves, and then suddenly COD's much more popular again because there's more people in the playlist. You can actually get a game of some random fucking capture the flag lobby.
And now they can show us the count of people in the damn online.
So for me, it's really good. And I've had some people in my stream say, well, I'm 14, I can't afford a PlayStation 4. And I'm like, well, listen, man, like, this is 2 years after the console's out. I'm sure if you traded in your fucking PS3, you'd get loads of money off. Like, there's ways to do it, dude. Like, don't just be like you can't ever fucking afford it. They're not that expensive anymore than next gen consoles.
Well, $400. I mean, like, it sounds like a lot of money if you don't have it, but like, if you went out and cut grass for like a week, you could net $400 up.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, it's not.
Do you think coming to next gen, like you said, you can find games at random, capture the flag, but do you think skill-based matchmaking will be impacted? Like, it'll be a better experience for us because we're not only getting into like the same 10 lobbies.
It'll be much better for everybody.
Lobbies.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. When they said skill-based matchmaking will be the Black Ops 2 skill-based matchmaking, I don't know if everybody remembers when Black Ops 2 first came out, it really had a real prevalent skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
It did.
But when the DLC came out, and some people wouldn't buy the DLC, and some people will buy the DLC, they relaxed it so the matches can be made easier because some people have DLC, some people don't. If skill-based matchmaker was in there and the people that don't have DLC and the people that do have DLC, most people don't. The people that do have DLC wouldn't really find games, so they relaxed it. Are they going to put that skill-based matchmaking in, or the early prevalent?
One would only assume it'd be the one at the last end of the game that everybody liked.
I
think they'll have learned their lesson. I think that you got to remember that Big Dave is a person that tweeted out a video by the Schwantz, right? Who's a friend of mine who's got like 15,000 subs. So he watches content. He hears what the community says. He will have been paying close attention to the fact that one of the biggest things that the community has criticized Advanced Warfare for was having really severe skill-based matchmaking that prioritized over try-hard lobbies over connection. I got matched up against pro players. That's not an exaggeration. I did, right? And out of region, because they're in America and I'm, in Britain. I have video of this. It's not a lie. It happened to me. He's seen that and the kickback against that from the community, and I think that they're like, COD needs to be a fun, casual game again because we're in real trouble of fucking losing this series if it's not. Like, that's how I think. I think he knows that. I think he's a smart guy.
He does watch content because I made a video called, I forgot the name of it. Let Me Talk to You, David, and another one. And I called him a dickhead a lot in the video, and he blocked me on Twitter. I didn't never call him a dickhead on Twitter, but he found my Twitter and blocked me. But anyway, Hijack used to have 2 spawns. I know people made this video or whatever, argued about these spawns, but I literally said, spawn people in the basement, well, under the boat, the side of the boat, and on the balconies. After I realized I was blocked, that following patch that came like a week or 2 after, people were spawning on the boat. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe I mysteriously got blocked. Or maybe he watched my video. You know what I mean? He unblocked me also. I don't know why. But
I talked to him at E3. Excuse me.
He seemed cool.
Yeah, he was cool, but I think he told me that he didn't like getting spammed. Like, I'm sure, like, your video when you have at David Bandahar in the title?
I did.
You probably just spammed him. Like, everybody tries to contact him via, like, some kind of spam shit saying.
I think I took it off after the first day, though. Like after, like, the first couple hours, I always take the at off so, you know, he can have, like, at least 40 of them in there or something and see it.
They've been, like, talking on Twitter, like, very openly. He said something that I like a lot, that you can't detonate the C4 mid-air. It has to land before you put it, which
has to touch a surface, and they've reworked it. So it works. It'll notify the player when someone comes within range of it. So it's used as a remote explosives that you have to go. Clip.
That's stupid.
But it's not instant when you press it. So the person will have time to react, maybe, or they might have flak jacket. But they're reworking how C4 is supposed to be.
So they're basically making an IED. So when you click, it goes boom.
Yeah, but it's not going to auto trigger. It's not just you're going to walk past and it'll blow up. It'll tell you, and then you have to react.
Press the button, and then the button's going to have a light that goes off.
Yeah,
and it's going to. I like that a lot better. I don't like the C4 sandwich bullshit they've been doing, like especially with Blackbird in the game. Like Blackbird gave you 3 kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, the C4 was overpowered, and I've been using it like that war when it was satchel charge, and I like these changes a lot. I think it's gonna be good because I remember COD 4. I would throw 4 on the bomb site, and then like it would protect the A search and destroy bomb site as I went over to B. Someone planted it at A, I would explode it. And I don't know about this motion detector thing. Like someone's in. I like the.
I was just about to say that, white boy. Go ahead.
It's better to have it instant because I agree that I shouldn't explode it in the sky.
Air, but
like if I hit somebody with it, I should be able to explode it right after that. Or
yeah, I don't even need to talk.
Like for me, I'm just gonna throw it at a doorway and wait for someone to come through the doorway, or I'm gonna throw it at the floor and.
But I think that's
in the air.
I think that's conceptually, I think that's what they want C4 to be. They want it to be a piece of tactical equipment that's used in modes like search and destroy, sabotage, all those kind of things. They don't want it to be public ground war, throw it into a spawn, 7 kills.
The word grenade. Remember, he said he didn't want it.
Are there going to be IEDs in this game? Have y'all got this information yet?
No, there will be a claymore probably, but there'll be a way to avoid it. And hopefully they do their fucking godly flak jacket. Now, someone tweeted at me, one thing I do want to raise, something that we've said on this podcast. Like, maybe, Big Dave, maybe you're watching, because things that we've all said on this podcast, like, just, no panic knifing, just 2 from the front, 1 from the back. Panic knifing's gone. So that's the new melee system. What else did we say that we just basically fixed COD? I can't remember what it was. It was...
You have all the answers.
Oh, toughness. That was it. Toughness needs to go as a perk because it becomes a required perk. Toughness is out, right? So...
They need to take stealth perks out.
So, well, they can't, though. They can't.
Why can't they?
Because the thing about stealth perks is that you need to be able to counter... If you're playing against the full team and you're being UAV spammed, you need something to be able to counter because otherwise you're just going to get slaughtered. And I agree with Black Ops 2 Ghost. I think Black Ops 2 Ghost is exactly what it should be. It should be for someone who's trying to flank the enemy to break their control. And I think that's how it should be used. Now, if you're sitting still, you're still on the radar. But if you're moving and you're trying to get behind the team that are applying all this pressure with UAV and information, I think that's fair enough. I think that version of Ghost
I like it.
needs to be in the game. There needs to be a tool for somebody, say someone like me, who's going triple positive against this fucking team that are creaming my team. That's not all of this creaming is my fault. In fact, hardly any of it is. I need a tool so that I can possibly do something to stop it. I need that. I need Black Ops 2 Ghost.
Black Ops 2 goes
team
for
in
that bad.
TDM?
I just don't want like a low profile in the game again.
No, I
Like low
doubt.
profile is almost required to wear in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, like, but I wouldn't. Like, I'm not for low profile. I'm for, if you want to be off the radar, then there has to be a trade-off. Like, I don't get hardline, I don't get flak jacket, or I don't get to take one of the two perks that I really want. This is specific. I have to use it specifically. But
I
yeah,
want 3 perks back.
you want only 3 perks?
Yeah, like the 3 perks. I don't want all the make up 13 points and like.
Yeah, I don't want that either. I want you get once you get 2 stun grenade, two tactical grenades, 1 primary, a primary weapon, and a secondary. Boom, that's it. The 3 perks.
See, for me, if it's only 3 perks as your starting loadout, I need a way of earning more.
Why?
Because
use your 3 perks.
That's what's fun to me. That's what's
you enjoy COD 4, right?
To a certain extent, but it's kind of that makes the game very one-dimensional for me. Whereas earning more perks, every streak is hype. Every streak is hype.
Here's the I felt like there was more diversity in Call of Duty 4 and World at War than there was when they added the build your class system. Like in World at War, you would put like a grenade launcher class on, like with a shotgun and a rocket launcher with fireworks, and like have 2 grenades because you'd have 2 primary frags, and that was your explosive class system. You'd use it as an explosive class. Whereas like in Ghost, I would almost all my classes built down to the same perks: Amplify, Dead Silence, Focus, and like Quick Draw, and then all my points were used up.
My thing is, I just want 3 perks, not tiers, just 3 perks. Period. And the basically the basic loadout, and fuck the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. It's just 3 perks. I don't care. They're not in categories or whatever. Like if you use this, you lose this. No, you get 3 perks and that's it.
I think people would just pick Stopping Power, Juggernaut, Black Jacket at that point. I think they're in the tiers for a reason. That's because you have to make a decision. But if you can only have only 3 perks, you would only have
the 3 most viable.
Like 9 in total. Like you can't have a lot of different perks.
But just don't make them just regular perks. But don't make them.
I agree. That's not a bad idea.
Don't make them pro.
I like that idea actually because it's not so complicated. There's not so much to it. It's very simple. Like I've been playing CS:GO and I like it because it feels simple to me. It feels
honestly, I was gonna say just regular like Battlefield, and you just get a vest or a helmet or something. Those would be perks, but just fuck perks. Like who? I don't need them, but I just use them because everybody else got them.
To me, I agree with you, right? To a certain extent, like Modern Warfare 3 had 3 perks, right? Great, but you can take like your kick-ass assault streaks. There's no support in Black Ops 3, so there's none of that shit. Right, so there's none of the support will ruin everything. There's assault, and that's it. But for me, if we're having 3 perks, just let me earn more perks as my kill streaks. It doesn't make any difference to you.
It does.
It only excites me.
Let me tell you why it does. People that use like the specialist setup are selfish. Because when you're using specialist, you're not getting UAVs for your team. You're not helping your team out with napalm strikes. Your streaks are worthless to everybody but you.
Yeah, but
and you take the team out of the team-based games.
I'm playing solo TDM. I'm not playing domination. I'm not playing...
Right, solo TDM is team deathmatch. That UAV you could get could help the other team get kills.
Yeah, I'm such a scumbag. No, I'm doing a lot for my team if I go 30-1.
You might not go 31 every time, though.
That's messed up, man. I can't believe Eddie's sitting here justifying being selfish.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, when you have that kind of game, it makes you selfish.
If Kobe Bryant was in this podcast, he would be proud of you.
Yeah. I'm just making everybody better around me. That's all. I'm just showing them, like leadership.
That Blackbird you could have got would have made everybody better
But
around
I
you.
don't like
Exactly.
blackbirds because it removes the tension from the game. I want to be
But
excited
it
and
helps the
thrilled by this
team.
game.
It helps the
I don't
team.
give a shit about team. This is team deathmatch. This is
Wow.
casual
Yeah,
mode.
yeah.
It
This is
is team in the
casual.
game.
I was gonna
He
say
just
that.
said, "I don't give a shit about team. This is team deathmatch."
Deathmatch.
It's
I
casual.
don't, yeah, it's casual. I'm not playing.
Well,
Well,
go
are
play
you
free
casual?
for all with your little
Can't
specialist.
Like, I
ever
would-
play free for all because the spawns are horrific. We all know this. Don't lie to me and pretend like they're not. The free for all spawns in most COD games are fucking
No, they're
atrocious.
bad.
Modern Warfare 2 free for all is good.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is the pinnacle. But let me go back a little bit here. I would rather have Eddie on my team with specialists going 1-1 than somebody trying to get an AC1. Watched a redemption video and he ends up going negative. You agree?
If you watched the Wings of Redemption video, he didn't go negative.
Let's just be honest
Okay, there you go.
though. Eddie's never going 1-1. Eddie's going 3-1.
Okay, I would much rather have that in a casual setting. Someone not going negative.
That's
Let's
a
be
bad
realistic.
game.
Eddie's KD's 2.6, so he's not going 3-1.
No, but that's in Ghost, dude. That's favored in people who's like the M27's favor. In a game where it is good, I was going 4-1. So,
Yeah.
and even in Black Ops 2, when I could take more than 3 perks, it was 3.5-1. So it's never, and I can do that. I can do what I do solo TDM in a game just with assault. It means that my good games will be even worse for the enemy team than if I was just using specialist. It's just
Right.
it just excites me.
But my
That's all
problem,
it
my
is.
problem with specialists is when I would run like full parties in like Modern Warfare 3, and we'd be creaming people and be like, "Where's the UAVs at?" Oh, I'm running specialists trying to get a Moab. Half the fucking teams running specialists trying to get Moabs.
Yeah, but
I
it's
just
casual
don't like the
though.
thick
Wings.
send system
Doesn't-
or whatever.
It doesn't matter.
in a competitive
Matters in
sense,
my fucking lobby. It
Yeah.
matters in my lobbies.
Wings puts competitive into casual lobbies.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like when you play in my lobbies, there's a rule. Yeah, I follow these rules myself, but everybody has to have a UAV on. Everybody.
Yeah,
You-
I always say some kind of something visual, even a counter or something that mess
Yeah,
up
it
their
could be the
visual,
counter
or a
UAV or-
Blackbird or something.
You got to have something that helps the team on in one of your 3 kill streaks.
I say that.
We didn't talk about this much. It's not a double jump in Black Ops 3.
It's like a hover.
It's a
Yeah,
big
it's like a Destiny boost jump. That's what it's like.
Ah,
It looks
David.
slower too.
So David Vonderhaar is a huge fan of Destiny, and he's basically copied a lot of the Destiny they're called specialist in Black Ops 3. So there's basically like a Nova bomb, which is good. This is the one thing where I'm like, Dave, you better not fuck me over. Is that this is a time thing like the Titans in Titanfall, and your score, the more score you get, shortens the time, the recharge rate of the specialist ability. One is essentially just a giant gravity spike, which is like a Nova bomb. So like you are a giant proximity explosive, right? Shit like that.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's horrific. Shit
That's
like
the reason I killed Destiny's multiplayer.
yeah, shit like that someone can kill me that they didn't earn, and it's a one-shot kill on me. Like proximity, I'm on B flag if I'm ever playing domination. Probably not, let's be honest. But if I am, and someone's just like, "Oh, we're losing B," no, we're not. Bang, 6 kills, and he hasn't earned it. I'm gonna be fucking mad. I'm gonna be mad.
I could see them nerfing that first patch.
Yeah, it's gonna be unreal.
I could see him wanted. I could see me wanting him to take it out before the game comes out. Like I want it out
I
now.
wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that in the game. One of them is like there's another one which is like the gunslinger from Destiny, so a one-shot magnum that has like in Destiny it has like 4 shots, but in this game I think it's a full clip or until you die or whatever. That's one of those unearned, right? On a timer. There's another one. This is crazy. There's one where you can rewind time 3 seconds, right? So you can run into a room, see that there are people.
Oh
at the
my
corner.
god.
But this is the saving grace of this ability, which I didn't know. Any damage that you take when you activate it, you take back in time with you.
How does that affect like other people? Like does it like stop everybody in that little bubble?
No, that you would see it like they'd run in and teleport. They'd disappear.
Like LeBlanc.
Don't put that in the game, please.
That's in the game. But if someone runs in a door and you shoot them, and they're one shot, and they teleport, rewind 3 seconds in time to where they were. They don't actually rewind time. They reset where they were 3 seconds earlier. They're one shot when they reset. So it's not, or if you kill them and then they activate, they go back, they die.
You don't have to.
So are they gonna?
It. Like if you.
Yeah, you have to activate it.
But you only go back 3 seconds, so you don't know exactly where you're going back. I mean,
you don't know exactly where you're going.
But you're just going back to
so
wherever you were 3 seconds ago.
So what if somebody's there where you were 3 seconds ago and you just teleport in front of them? You get shot in the back?
Yeah, you're fucked.
Oh my god, this is gonna be horrible.
So you have to pick one of these. There's that one. There's one that's like hardline. This person activates.
Is there a copycat? Because that's the one I want to pick. Because these are essentially death streaks in my book.
This is terrible.
They're kind of like that. To me, the most I don't mind the one-shot Magnum. At least they have to fucking aim it. All right, at least they have to aim. The teleporting in time one isn't as bad as you think it will be. It will be bad in search. It will be really bad in search and destroy, like checking a bomb site. Like, it will be bad for that. They'll probably take it out competitive straight away. The one that I'm really worried about is the fucking ground slam. Like, that just has me in cold sweats.
Maybe it just has really very slow. Maybe it's literally a ground slam, and not like you jump up there and shoot a Nova bomb down.
Yeah, it's not a Nova bomb where you throw it. It's like the Titan Smash. But you know how in Destiny the Titan Smash they've got armor. So if they're doing it in the animation, you can't kill them. That's not the case in this. Like, if you see someone go to do it and you get 3 bullets in them, they're dead.
I forgot about that in Destiny. Excuse me, oh my god.
Come on, that pizza.
I ate it all almost. There's
all of these things. All of these things don't have invincibility. So, like, when I first heard about them, I was just shitting myself. I'm just like, oh, dude, this is like unearned Destiny streaks. Come on, dude, this is going to be horrific. But knowing Big Dave, they won't be anywhere near as powerful as.
Can you institute them midair?
I have no idea. Probably.
Like, can you wall run, jump off, and you see a guy, and then you're coming down, and then all of a sudden you hit the button, and it's like, boom!
I'm assuming
Nova
you
bomb.
can. Like, seems like it's got to be food.
Because then that's the case, you're not going to get the kill off anyway. Like,
Yeah.
let's say you're on the B flag, and there's a wall here. Guy jumps over the wall, boom, Nova bomb, and like he clears the flag.
Yeah,
can kill people
that's
in
my
COD
worst
pretty
case
fast.
scenario. That's my worst case scenario.
And like, because everybody's jumping, then you never can tell who has it. Like, who has their shit up. Like, who do you shoot first? Maybe they should glow. Maybe they should have like a purple fucking aura around them. Like,
Yeah.
this guy's got his shit up. I need to shoot him first.
One person gets like a super version of Hardline, so they get like triple points towards their streaks for like 5 seconds or
That's
something.
the one I'm using.
Yeah, right. So and one person gets, like in Advanced Warfare, you get like the threat detection UAV, so it flashes and you see someone through walls and
The
stuff.
ping. Yeah.
Yeah, you get that. One person gets that for like a short period of time. So you have to pick one before the match starts. It ignores the class that you pick. So this is your soldier who you are for this game, and your class and stuff are separate. But your kill streaks are also separate from class. So you can't have a certain set of streaks with one class and a certain set of streaks with another, which I always thought was a mistake. But whatever. I just hope it's fun. I just hope it's fun.
It's not going to be fun. There's too much shit there to fuck up.
Rewind in time and
There's too much shit there to fuck up and balance. You can't balance guns to begin with, Treyarch. You can't do it. We know the FAMAS. We know the MP fucking 40's there. We know you cannot. The XM8 is there as well. I forgot what its actual name is in game.
M8.
M8.
M8, yeah. You can't balance guns, and now you're going to throw this shit on top of it?
Wings.
Drop
Wings.
the fucking mic.
I don't
That
think the
FAMAS
M8's. Do you think the
was
M8's overpowered?
If M8 in a competitive, that's all you see in a competitive setting.
Well, that's because they took the FAL out, but like single shots can wreck the M8, dude.
The M8's really good though. Like
Those are overpowered too.
Yeah, but in public matches, like someone who's using an M8, right? It reloads slow, the clip's short. Against someone with an AN94 or a SCAR or an MSMC, they get fucking wrecked.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
I had a
If
3KD
they're
in Black
good.
Ops 2. I played that motherfucking game. I wrecked people.
Your flank's being protected by other skilled players. I'm talking about this from like just a 1v1 gunfight, like how guns should actually be balanced. Like you will lose up close with an M8, most likely against an MSMC, PDW, or a Scorpion. You will.
That's why you don't. That's why you keep the distance.
Exactly, but you can only keep distance if you've got a full team, Geordie. Like you can only manage distance like that.
I don't know how to play without a full team.
All right, well there you go.
I hope David has
Call of
some
Duty's not
system.
worth playing without a full team.
You need some kind of system where, like, if people are using the M8, then if you use the FAMAS, you gotta counter it. But if you like a rock paper scissors, that's what it needs.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what Destiny was gonna be with the Titan and I forgot the other gunslinger. I thought that was I thought
garbage.
I thought there was gonna be some kind of rock paper scissors there, but it wasn't, and it just seems like there's some stupid shit in this game. And I was talking about earlier how I don't want any of the stupid shit that's in other games.
There's plenty of stupid shit, dude. There's plenty. Like this is gonna be like Big Dave is a troll, right? This is what I mean, though. Remember what I said earlier. He's quite bold in his ideas, but in his implementation of things, he's usually quite conservative. Like, so all this shit sounds bad. And I'll admit that. It sounds bad. Like, I read that and I was like, holy fuck, I'm not going to enjoy this.
But the Blackbird is just as bad as it sounded, though. Like in Black Ops 1, I'm like, they're giving us a kill streak that you can't hide from that shows where you're at on the map for like 45 seconds.
Yeah, but it was overpowered because no one was really used to it. Like, no one's really used
to it. It's overpowered. Blackbird's overpowered.
Yeah, I don't like them.
You're Blackbird, you know, you get that little, I don't know what it's called, that latency issue a lot in Black Ops 2, so the Blackbird isn't always right.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, that's why you play with people like Angel French, where you always have a Blackbird.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play Black Ops 2 without seeing
for this motherfucker. I'm waiting, and then what you say, Wings, cut the pie.
You gotta cut the pie on him, yeah.
When that motherfucker cut the pie, you think he's right there. That motherfucker's right there on Black Ops 2 Blackbird. I hate this fucking allergies.
You got to make sure that you're hiding when you cut the pie in Black Ops 2 because, from my experience, the person coming around the corner has the advantage than the person standing still.
Yeah,
definitely.
They have what's known as Pika's advantage. It's big. It's in a lot of games with in-engine lag. The reason they have the advantage is because the in-engine lag favors the person that's moving and not the person stationary.
I don't know if
that's why Ghost didn't. Ghost has less in-engine lag than any other COD.
Yeah, and you got fucking butchered on Ghost.
Yeah,
if you
run around a corner and someone's waiting for you, you're dead.
Hey guys,
that's because of the latency.
I don't know if y'all ever watched this video of mine, right? I forgot the name of it. When I find it, I will send it to you, dudes.
I'm the greatest commentator.
Literally. I was on... it was a bad map in Black Ops 2. It wasn't... what's the name of that map with the robot arms?
Drone.
So Sovereign.
Drone.
Oh.
Drone. You know where you run when you first start, they run under the little part, and then it's a barrel there and you head glitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then up top is a window, and then across is a window.
Mm-hmm.
That part. It's like a side alley.
Yep.
Okay. That part right there, you know how you run past there, the barrel's right here, and you can either go left through the door up the steps, or you make a right and you go to the part. It's like a little alleyway type, and then there's some steps that go that way, and then you go under. Yes. The steps to the B flag. Okay. A guy came from the steps to the B flag while I was running that way. So in his camera, we literally were face to face. And then I just passed him. And then he turned around like, what the fuck? And then like shot me. In my camera, even like when I redid it and looked at it slow, and it's not like I was looking this way and he just wasn't in the camera. I was running straight and I had my whole vision. It was nothing there. It was literally nothing there. And I made the left and then ran and then I died. I'm like, what the fuck? And then in the replay, it showed me run right by him. Yo, you know how mad I was, man. Black Ops 2 camera angles.
Dude, Joe, watch the clip I just put in the chat. If
Let me
just
look
just
at it.
watch it. You won't
It's
fucking. You won't believe it.
Oh, I saw this one, Eddie.
I almost feel like his auto aim connects. Like you can see his auto aim hits you almost through the wall. Like
Yeah.
what the? Oh my god. He's obviously shooting at the wall as he. And I'm showing this to the people out here. It looks like you have a whole series.
That's
Yeah, there
another
are- there
thing.
are a
That's
few.
another thing. Treyarch's auto aim assist is very strong.
Yeah, it's really strong.
Like you can like feel like when I'm playing with the Zim, you know how you could feel like when you're with the mouse. I feel the Zim pushing me off, and I be telling people like, "Yo, long encounters, you're not really at an advantage anymore because you feel it pushing you off because the mouse is so trying to be precise, but the aim assist is pushing you off, and when you turn it off, oh my god." Eddie, you getting one?
Zim 4, I might do. I might do for COD.
It's okay. Like it's not terrible or anything.
Yeah.
But when you turn it off, it's like you're like just. It's not like PC. Like
Why don't you guys just man up and use the old controller?
It'll
I'd
take
have to
me
get a
too
scuff.
long.
You can even use Eddie's favorite.
I'd have to get a scuff. There's no way.
It'll take me like 20 games, and I hate. And then when I go back, then I'm gonna have to learn that again. Like
The
I
thing about
hate
it
that shit.
Really, for me, is now that I've got used to mouse and keyboard, it allows me to be better than a pad ever allowed me to be, and I wouldn't really want to go back. I wouldn't like. I would have to have a scuff. I would play on PlayStation, and that my ideal is that Big Dave and Sony go mouse and keyboard support on PlayStation 4. That's my ideal, right, for COD.
Yeah.
Right? So I get to play with all my friends on console with my mouse and keyboard, and I get to play the game that I want to play in the community that I want to play it in, with the player numbers and whatever, with the social interaction. That's ideal, and I wish they would do that. Now, Sony's more likely to do that than Microsoft with the Xbox One, but if that's not the case, then it's either a Zim 4 or a Scuff. Like, that's the only thing that I would use on console now.
You guys heard the rumors that PlayStation 4 is going to get the content Black Ops 3? Their rumor over?
Yeah, I've heard that.
I think it's true.
They have to. Like, it's a bigger platform now, and if COD wants to grow, you have to jump off of Xbox and get PlayStation next-gen platform.
Look
we
at
all,
that.
we all know how
I'll
that
put it in
went
the chat.
down. We all know that. We know how the console lights went down. PlayStation rocked. The PlayStation 2 is probably one of the best systems ever made for its time. PlayStation 3, they were arrogant. They thought that their fan base would just follow them. They realized they've made a flaw. They destroyed Xbox and PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Same thing with Xbox. Same thing with Xbox. The third system sucks. Like it's the third console curse.
No, you're looking at it all wrong. Like, you got to think that Microsoft are the same people that made Vista and the Xbox One. So I think that you got to look at the 360 as a total and utter fluke.
It's a fluke. The Xbox One sucked.
Yeah,
the original Xbox sucked.
I think the 360, the Xbox One, they were like arrogant. Like, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back to our system. I don't care. We're gonna just throw some cheap shit in there. And then it didn't work out. And people just won't admit that, like, the Xbox One it's just not it.
It sucks.
Yeah,
It sucks.
PlayStation
It really
4
does.
kind of sucks too. Like, I thought this was next gen, not like a. I don't know. I just feel like I've been let down with next gen. I haven't really looked excited for any PlayStation 4 games, any Xbox One games.
But that's not the system. People are going into next gen thinking that it's gonna look like PC. Like, it's just not. It's just not gonna look like
It
PC.
does, though.
It's a console. No, it looks like PC until you start running around. Like, if you're idle with your
for example, Dark Souls 2. I own Dark Souls 2 on PlayStation 4 and I own it on PC. It's the same game. You use a controller on both.
Yeah, that's probably Dark Souls 2.
I mean, like Ghost looks just as good as Ghost on PC.
Ghost on
Nah,
PC looks like trash. It probably looks better on the PlayStation.
nah.
Let me
I
just
mean,
tell
Eddie's
you.
played them both. Eddie's played them
let me
both.
just tell you.
I got them both too.
Ghost. All right, okay. Maybe I'm just a bit biased. Let me just say, this has to be said for the record, that Ghost PC version is the all-time worst port of any game to PC. It is total and utter irredeemable trash.
It stutters but I'm talking about like if you get it to run on and I'm sure you can with your graphics card. If you get it to run on Ultra, it looks better than on PlayStation.
Yeah, no, it does. You can tell that the visual
I'm just saying,
fidelity
looks
is
better.
the way your argument is making is like you're like the PS4 is incapable of like PC stuff. You also got to understand this.
It is.
It's not incapable. You got to understand this system's only been out 2 years. Remember what Call of Duty looked like on the 360 in year 1, and remember what it looked like on year 8.
Yeah.
You got to give the developers time to make games for the system. They're just learning the system at this point.
Yeah, but they made it for PC also.
I
The
heard
same.
I heard
So
that
it should
argument
look the
before.
same.
but
Like
I
it
don't-
looked
that
looked
doesn't-
like that. It looked like that on like Call of Duty looked like that on PC also.
I understand
In
that.
year 1.
The thi-
But it just looked a little
I think your argument was more valid in the last generation, Jordy, and here's why: is the fact that the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 were separate development platforms. Essentially, they had their own code and languages and machine code, and there was a learning process of how to get the most out of the hardware in that system. Now, to a certain extent, that's still true of getting the most out of that hardware, but both next-gen consoles or current gen are essentially PCs. They run the x86 architecture, which is the same as 32-bit PCs. So they are PCs. They just have a limited hardware set, and the games are made custom for that set. And that is at this point the
And you don't
only
think people
difference.
will get better at juicing that?
They might do, but if you look at it in the way that I'm trying to explain it, if they're just PCs and you're a limited hardware set from 2 years ago, and you're going up in 8 years' time against the best graphics card on the market in 8 years' time, compare that to the hardware that is around now.
Yeah, what you're trying to say is like, yes, the PC is going to look better, but you can't discredit the PlayStation 4 100% because it looks almost like current PC games.
It doesn't.
It does. I own current PC games.
it's
I have one of the best
it looks
cards on the
good
market.
enough.
Yeah,
It looks
it's good
enough.
I'm a fan of console gaming. Don't get me wrong, Geordie. I'm on your side. I want the consoles to be good. And I do like the PlayStation 4, and I would play COD on it if
I'm
I
not
could.
trying to say it's going to last. I don't think it's going to last 8 years.
Eddie, does Xbox One look almost as good? Like good enough?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It run. Let me.
It's
let me just say
horrible,
this.
isn't it?
It runs games in 900p. That's half the resolution that I play, and I get 4 times as many frames. For fuck's sake! Like this is the level of hardware we're dealing with, and it's only you say it's only going to get better because people are going to get more out of it. I kind of agree with you. I can see your logic, but I don't think so. I think
It has to.
the gap is only going to get wider.
It has to, Eddie. It has to. If it doesn't, what's going to happen is you're going to have another console 2 years from now. And when
That's
that
what's gonna have
happens,
to happen.
people will quit buying consoles.
I think
And it will crash. It will crash. It's not like they're going to transfer it to PC. They're going to be like, wow, I got to go buy another $500 console now. I just bought this $500 console. I mean, like, I got to get a new hobby. That's what's going to happen. And it will destroy video games.
I would have thought they would like learn the lesson. Not maybe from this one they probably would learn a lesson, like make it so you can install hardware in your console.
Well, you can't do that, Jive, because if you
This
do that,
fuck, man. I hate this Xbox, man.
'Cause you
My
couldn't-
fucking hand just hovered over the fucking button and it ejected.
Here's
You
here's the
can't-
thing. Sorry to cut you off, Geordie. And here's what my position on it is that the console as a concept made a lot of sense when people's personal computers weren't that great. So back in the days of like the NES and the Sega Mega Drive and the SNES, up to the PlayStation 2, they made a lot of sense. Even the 360, we'll count the 360 and the PS3 in that viability range. They're viable because people's home computers aren't comparable. The user experience isn't either as fun or as social or as powerful, right? Because you've got to remember when the 360 came out, it was comparable to mid-tier PCs at the time. But the console as a concept is difficult in today's market because they're custom, so the people have to build them themselves, which is hugely expensive for those people, for Microsoft and Sony. It limits, like, we all think that exclusives for consoles are good. They're not. They actually kill games, right? Having a console exclusive kills games, right? It kills the life of the games. It kills the long tail.
Definitely.
You can't mod. It kills games in and of itself. So consoles are prohibitively expensive to make. They're a way to game that is comparably cheap compared to a PC, although that is becoming less and less of a cogent argument as time goes on. So they're going to be too expensive for the people to produce. They're going to make the games worse because the developers who are already running on tight fucking profit margins are going to try and sell it on as many systems as possible to maximize their profit. The console, as a locked-in hardware from a single manufacturer, is becoming less of a relevant idea. And the reason is because the rest of the technology in the home has caught up, right? And then they're now no longer just game machines. They used to just be game machines, and now they're competing against smart TVs and Apple iPhones and other things that people game on all the time, and they're competing against PCs. And you say that consoles dying would kill gaming industry. Well, actually, the biggest installed user base of games is PC. I know console people don't want to.
But PC guys, they play the free shit and they pirate a lot.
Well, the biggest.
That's reason game makers don't make games for PC.
Yeah.
They've come up with totally different ways of the money model of games, like League of Legends, Dota, free to play. Well, I don't know if Dota is, but League of Legends specifically.
Dota is.
All right. Well, they're free to play, but skins and cosmetic items cost money, and they make so much money, dude. It's unbelievable.
I understand that, but the fact is, PC is not the biggest market. Like you can't give me that argument on like AAA games. Let's take Hardline for example. Hardline has 55,000 users right now on the PlayStation 4. It has 9 on the PC, and that's universal across the board with Battlefield. The consoles always had more players. And
for specific types of games,
only games that PC does well with is like real-time strategy and free-to-play games. That's because they're free to play and they don't have no requirements.
CSGO is the biggest shooter in the world. All the esports are on PC.
And I can guarantee you it might be popular in esports, but there's more people to play Call of Duty on the PlayStation 3.
I don't think so.
I think there's more people right now. If you take all the Call of Duties and mix it together, they triple the CSGO numbers.
If you're talking about all the consoles?
All the Call of Duties. People that are playing the Call of Duty series versus the Counter-Strike series.
There's 300,000 people playing Counter-Strike at any time on any day. 300,000.
I think Call of Duty will win that, but that's like not fair, kind of.
I mean, like, because Call of Duty at one point, I remember getting on Black Ops 2, and that shit said 1 million.
Yeah, it used to be really popular, but it's like we've said, the console has actually hurt the game. The fact that there's more consoles now, right? You're not right, Jordy. If it was just the Xbox One versus the PlayStation 4, I'm a supporter of console games. I grew up on consoles. I have no vested interest in shitting on them. However, they're not as relevant anymore because they cost too much and you can't upgrade them. So in several years' time, that acceleration, the gap between PC and console is only getting wider. It's not going to get shorter. It's only getting wider. And the viability of the console as a concept is going to get less and less relevant.
But as the technology gap gets wider and wider, it also gets a lot more expensive.
And the reason the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation. I'm sorry, what?
I was just saying it's getting cheaper.
Yeah, white boy, yes, but you can still keep your regular graphics card that you had before and still play the same game. Like I could still play with Eddie with a GTX 480, and he can have a 9.
I got a 980.
Yeah,
That's a good
980.
point. That's a really
You
good
know what
point.
I mean?
What I'm saying is that with because not only one company makes Nvidia cards, right? So you think an Nvidia 980 is just Nvidia making it? Not true. They make the reference model. I've got an MSI one in my PC. EVGA make one. Asus make one. Because you've got that competition in part makers, the price comes down. So it's actually the opposite is true. So actually, as PCs get more powerful, they get cheaper for their performance, and they get smaller and more convenient. And that,
but you realize why the consoles are limited in 2 years back, because when they started development on the PlayStation, it was 2 years. That was the best on the market at that time.
But agreed, I agree with you. But if they made the very sensible decision to make them x86, so it's easier to develop for, right? So they made that technical decision. We're going to make the platform easy to develop for. Okay. Now, why didn't they go, well, we'll hold off on finalizing our build because we'll negotiate with... Why didn't Sony or Microsoft do this? Why didn't they work specifically with NVIDIA or some other graphics like AMD, one of the two big guys, and go, we're going to have NVIDIA cards and they're going to build us a special card and they're going to continue develop on it. Now, I know they have custom cards, but it's not like they're powered by NVIDIA and they're bringing out new drivers that make the card more efficient all the time that you update on the dashboard. No, these companies are so big and so arrogant and run by such idiots. Actually, I don't think it's the console's fault or console gamers or the fact that I don't like them. It's I think that the management of these companies is fucking terrible. Like the people who made the Xbox One thought that gamers wanted to watch, like you're a bad example, Jordan, because you like watching baseball, right? But most gamers, if I'm playing COD, I don't want to snap on some.
I don't think Wings will watch baseball while playing though. Like
not while playing Call of Duty. I watch baseball. I was watching the Braves game. I was doing this.
Yeah, but you've got.
Oh yeah,
But you've got two. You don't care that it's all in one device and you snap on and it takes ages to load.
I don't want it in one device. You can't enjoy it when it's like a little screen up here.
So they conceived it wrong because they're not actually that bright. They're managed by, like I said, the 360 is a total fluke, right? I put way more trust in someone like Sony, even though they've got their own problems. Like, you know, they're an insular Japanese company.
Sony has had 2 or 3 failed markets, like the Vaio. The Sony Ericsson,
the Vita, let's not forget about the fucking original.
I mean, Sony's junk bonds. Like their company itself, other than like the gaming, is junk bonds. Like there's TVs, the laptops, the phones. Sony is in trouble.
TVs are good.
Sony saw that poster that said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Takes a whole bunch of shots. They miss a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like Sony is almost completely just run by their gaming at this point. Like what are they profitable in?
They own
I think they make a lot of movie stuff,
movies and games,
like radios,
and they own a lot of the principal technologies as well. They invented Blu-ray. They invented with Philips the CD. So all of these technologies that people use and implement, they get license from. They get license royalties. So
yeah, but like it looked like you cut your losses on like who here owns a Sony Ericsson? Who here knows somebody owns a Sony Ericsson?
They sold that. They split with Ericsson. They're now just their own thing, aren't they?
The Vaio they got rid of. What about Sony TVs? Like why would you buy a Sony TV? It's like $300 more than the Samsung of the same variety.
You wouldn't.
And you wouldn't. You get this, and then you got the Vizio. The Vizio is going to be like $600 cheaper than the Sony and look the same.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, though. You're espousing the benefits of the free market. You're saying the competition is driving better products at cheaper prices. Because
I'm just saying, like Sony's not keeping up with it. They're putting $1,100 TV out there when you can get a Vizio for $650, and it does the same thing.
But this is what I'm saying. They also have their own problems. Like they have a fixed way of thinking. They're very Japanese. They're very insular. They have their way of doing things. They don't pay attention to trends around the world. And they're the people that turn down iTunes. Like, let's not forget that Apple approached Sony to work with them before iTunes existed, and they said no. Right, so these are the people we're talking about.
They turned down a lot of shit.
I'm gonna tell you, the next company going under is Nintendo.
Their mobile gaming keeps them afloat, dude.
I understand that, but like they make a lot of poor choices.
Yeah, but you could say the same about Sega. Like before the PlayStation, right? In my youth, it wasn't Sony and Microsoft. It was Nintendo and Sega, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were the titans. But they fell to especially Sega. They fell to the trap that is consoles. Making your own hardware is a fucking huge risk. And if you fuck it up one too many times in a row, your company's dead. Right, and that's why consoles are difficult, and that's in the golden age of console gaming. That's where you couldn't game really on PC unless you're a fucking programmer. Like everyone had a NES or a fucking Mega Drive or a Genesis or whatever it's known as in the States. Everyone had something like that. Like, and companies still went bust because consoles are such a big risk.
Oh, I think Atari would be a better example.
We had a topic. Didn't the game company went down? Kojima or something?
Oh,
Kojima.
Kojima, yeah.
How are you messing up Kojima's name?
I don't know.
Kojima makes Metal Gear Solid.
I probably have fucked it up too. White boy,
Kojima, Konami just fired Kojima because.
That dude. Okay.
He makes Metal Gear Solid. He made all of them. Yeah. Like he's basically a video game designer that wants to be like a Hollywood director.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was keeping Silent Hill alive because Kojima was working on Silent Hills, and like Konami owns the license for Silent Hills, but they were done with the series. They weren't going to make anymore. Till Kojima came up like, I want to do a Silent Hill. So they gave him the green light to go do a Silent Hill game. But he says, I don't want to do any more Metal Gear Solid because he wanted 4 to be the last one of them. But they forced him to do Metal Gear Solid 5. You know, you have Ground Zeroes and you have the one coming out. And he didn't like that. So eventually...
Phantom Pain. That's it.
Phantom Pain, yeah. Well, I guess they had a lot of differences, and he decided to walk. He decided to take his production studios and walk. And so Konami's canceled the Silent Hill game, and Kojima's going to do whatever he wants to do on his own. And I think that pretty much is the death knell for Konami. What other Konami game have you ever played?
What games have they made? I can't even think of any.
They made Pro Evolution Soccer, but that's lost out to FIFA. That was a huge game for them.
They made Metal Gear Solid.
Well, the Konami code comes from somewhere.
Contra.
Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. Yeah,
see what Konami even does. Like Konami used to be
big companies like Capcom, like big Japanese companies like that make great games.
Oh, like Capcom's going under.
Yeah, they're all in trouble. I mean, they're not because Capcom have got a relationship with Sony now, so they're kind of okay. No, what is going to end up happening is, the IPs they own, like Mega Man and Resident Evil, Sony's going to own eventually. Yeah, they've sold them. They've sold a lot off.
I'm just saying, like, you're eventually going to have, like, Resident Evil games that are only on the PlayStation 4 and things like that.
Well, the next Street Fighter is only on PlayStation. It's not on Xbox. It's PlayStation and PC.
Like,
that's a huge deal. Like, that's, I mean, for that...
Konami owns Castlevania. Okay. They own Metal Gear Solid.
Devil May Cry?
Devil May Cry. No, that's Capcom. That's Capcom. They own Silent Hill. That's all I can see. And they have a soccer game.
Yeah.
PES. They have PES 2015.
Yeah. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
I just think there should be a universal system where y'all can play with everybody. I think that will definitely fix Call of Duty numbers. Like,
it will fix every game's numbers. It will fix every game's numbers. Yeah, I agree with you, dude. I'm in total agreement.
But it's got to be hard because I don't know how they're gonna do it. I just think it's PC. Like, I've been playing. I was totally a console person. Like, I literally, for like years, I would just play Call of Duty. People ask me about Fallout. They ask me about this series, Uncharted. Nope, I haven't played it. I just play Call of Duty.
You ever played Fallout, though?
No, I just play Call of Duty those years.
Me too.
I have Fallout actually over there somewhere.
You have never played it?
No, I mean, I've played it a little bit, but not like full.
Come on, dog. Like, I wish I was you. I would trade places just so I could experience Fallout again.
Okay, give me back Game of Thrones. Okay, you give me your Game of Thrones, I'll give you Fallout.
I would trade that in a heartbeat.
Oh my god, I would do it too.
It's like Dark Souls. It's like Dark Souls. Like, people who've never played Dark Souls, like, Never played Dark Souls?
What Fallout should
I've
I
never
start
played
with? Like, I don't want to go to like PS2 Fallout or.
There's no PS2 Fallout.
Fallout 3.
Fallout 3 is the first one on consoles.
And it's very...
Well, actually, Brotherhood of Steel is the first one on consoles, but it's not really in...
Yeah.
It's not canon.
Fallout 3 is a masterpiece of a game. So I would...
New Vegas is a masterpiece, too.
Yeah, no, they both are. They're both brilliant. But I think the initial impact for me when I played it, like, I was... Because I'd loved Oblivion, Elder Scrolls. And
Do not play it on PlayStation 3.
Oh,
Take that and throw it away.
It's
You wanna
really
get it on
Alex, it's
PC.
really cheap on PC. Yeah, it's really cheap.
Yeah, seriously. Do not play Fallout 3 on PlayStation 3. Go get it on Steam.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
really
I
cheap.
have it. I bought it for
It's like $5.
35
You can
cents.
probably get it for $5 or something like that.
It's a great game.
PC,
Okay.
baby.
This is the thing. The only way that it's ever going to happen is this universal thing that benefits everybody. I've thought about this a lot. And I thought the only way that this could happen is if it comes from the developers first. Because if the developers are like, our games suffer because they're being forced to be made on systems that are frankly shit. We're going to make a game and we want everyone to play it, and these are the specs for it. The only logical way that it's ever going to happen is if that one system becomes the PC. Now, traditionally, that first step into PC gaming has been very difficult. It's expensive. It's unwieldy. Parents are worried about giving their kids a fully functioning PC. I can understand all that.
Mm-hmm.
But the Steambox kind of changes all that to a certain extent. 'Cause they're like $500. Like,
You also have this problem.
yeah, you have that. But
I mean, my hard drive's failing right now. And like, I bought these hard drives to replace it, but now I gotta get a SATA cable, and now I gotta
They
get a
didn't
SATA
tell
cable.
you.
and
They didn't be like, "Yo,
I can't believe
those
they
aren't-"
didn't put a SATA cable in the fucking box.
They
Like,
did.
didn't have
I can
one?
open this. I can open it up right here. Like, look, this is all you get in this box. You
Oh
get
yeah, that little ass box.
see, the thing is like
Man.
Valve have thought about this, and they've put out this is a standard spec for a Steam machine. And Alienware and loads of different manufacturers, like with the graphics cards, like I said earlier, the free market is going to make these high-powered systems at low cost in a nice form factor. And they're just a tiny bit. They're a tiny bit more expensive than the next gen.
You know how scary this is, though, Eddie. Like, I'm computer savvy. I mean, I know how to put stuff in computers and stuff. But like, if I would tell like my grandmother or my mother, like, "Hey, Mama,
Yeah, but
can
you wouldn't tell you.
put my hard drive in and you just plug the SATA cable into the motherboard," that would terrify them.
But you wouldn't tell them to fix a 360 whose drive had fucked. You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
the
You wouldn't say to a
Let me show
complete
you- let me-
novice,
let me
dude.
show you
You wouldn't do that.
Let me show you the difference. The difference is literally this. You know, that's how you change a 360 hard drive.
Well, if you don't care about the data on the old one, yeah. Like, if you don't give a
but, like,
shit about getting the
even
files.
then, it's just a plug and play. I mean, like, you don't have to open the case up. You don't have to clean the dust out.
But you might not have to on a Steam box. That's the purpose of it.
And the point of this is like, this is like what, $129 now?
Yeah.
I think the problem is that PC gaming is a lot better, and I've been experiencing recently. By the way, I would really like to see DayZ on the PlayStation 4. I think that would be like
That would be nice.
That'd be
Did that?
It's coming.
Didn't they?
Holy
Okay.
moly wings!
You made a lot of noise with
Yeah.
your box.
I'm sorry, I'm particular with
Yeah,
my
you
boxes.
sounded
I
like
don't
a
like to destroy
badass
my
kid,
boxes.
like opening a present.
They did announce DayZ's coming, but they have to get the version done first. But I think that would be a good game to PlayStation 4. But the thing is that PC gaming is so much better, but it's so much more complicated and so much little issues. While the PlayStation is very convenient, as well as the Xbox.
I like my PC, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, but it's complicated. Like, there's
But
gotta
imagine if
install a mod, and then you have to
I mean, like,
check everything.
we all here have really good PCs. Like, I'm adding a fourth monitor to my PC. Like, how many nerds out here listen to have 4 monitors?
yeah.
You know, it's like,
But the thing is that what if there's a PC standard developed with Valve and hardware manufacturers? What if there's a new standard of PC that's specifically for gaming, that's specifically easy to upgrade with plug and play eSATA connectors for your hard drives, and doesn't, you can run Windows on Steam boxes, that's not the issue, but it comes with Steam OS built in. It's exactly like a console, except that you can change the graphics card when the graphics card gets old. I don't see the problem here. Like, to me, that's just like, it's comparable to a console in price. It comes with much better hardware because it comes out like every year. It plays the same games. It's never just gonna fucking fuck you, and you're just gonna be able to change it. I think they're the future, but I mean, what do I know? I'm a fucking idiot.
No, it is. It just got to take a while to get to that point. They're working on it.
It will take people getting pissed off with consoles. Have
you seen they had the Razer computer? They had a few.
Yeah.
Valve, they have a lot of things coming, and it works because you can, like, my mom bought me a PC back in the day for school and stuff, and then I got to play on it as well. So it's the 2-on-1 thing. Like, you can't do schoolwork on your PlayStation 4. I mean, I'm sure there's
how long did it take you to watch porn?
Oh, not too long. I remember it was so awkward. Like, I remember my mom's fiance's kid. He was a lot older than, but he was a computer guy. And, like, one day they were on my computer all day trying to fix it because it was slow. And I know they just saw the history of, I was going on, like, free webcam sites, and there was who knows what was on that piece. But they got to get my history, so that was a little awkward. Yeah. What was I saying? PlayStation, it's going to be soon. PC's better. I like PC.
Yeah.
When PC's going good, it's going great.
When is when are they, like, trying to give that DayZ to PlayStation 4?
I think they kind of, like, they don't have a date, but they say, like, 2016. Really focused on They need to get
talking about when the real game come out.
They haven't even finished the real game yet, Jive, on PC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They talking about when the real game come out, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, I think.
So I wanted to ask you three, should I get that or H1Z1?
Let's talk about this, because I wanted to play DayZ on Sunday. Eddie had to install it. Wings was probably watching some porn, doing something, somebody's wife. I don't know where Jive was, but
wow.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think, DayZ? I like DayZ better right now.
I have not played H1Z1, so I couldn't give you a personal opinion. I mean, like, DayZ was good when it was like a mod. I love DayZ as a mod better than I like the standalone.
I mean, I've never played any of those games really, but like I played H1Z1 BRs and had a great time. So, I mean, I just like the idea of everyone spawning in this giant map, and it's like a free-for-all on this giant map, and it's like two people parachute next to each other in a camp, and it's like shit, first person to go and find a pistol in this in one of the caravans. Like,
yeah, I like that idea better. I think the zombies in DayZ are like hold it back.
Yeah, because there's no zombies in the battle royale versions of H1Z1, and I kind of like that. It's like 100 people free for all on a giant map. It's great fun.
Yeah, it's like survival. Like you can survive in the woods and have your own territory.
Yeah, you would agree, wouldn't you, Alex? That battle royale is a great game type in H1Z1.
Battle royale is a game type that probably sells H1Z1 by itself. Just how fun it is. I like DayZ just how it looks. It looks so much better than.
Let me go on Twitch and see, like, what are they playing.
Most people play Battle Royale, I think, on Twitch. Really fun stream game.
Yeah, it's great.
But like for me,
H1Z1.
For me, I'm like trying to simulate the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
in my own head, I'm trying to live that life, and I like DayZ because it's more realistic. It looks better.
It's a deeper game, isn't it?
Exactly. H1Z1, it's a lot more fast paced in terms of Battle Royale. You can't get more fast paced than that. Rival games. The base game though, I like DayZ a lot better.
I haven't played the base game of H1Z1, and I would see the purchase of my H1Z1 as validated by playing BRs, because I have, like, I'd never played any of these games, and within like my first two games, I killed like 3 people per round, and like my stream was going crazy. They're like, "Oh my god, like how are you killing these people? You've never played it before." And I got used to the mechanics really quickly, like searching and looting and doing all this kind of stuff. And I just loved that, the BR. I loved that. So I feel validated in buying the game just for that. I think DayZ is a better zombie game. DayZ is a much better zombie apocalypse Walking Dead type game.
Yeah, exactly. I just actually got an H1Z1 private server from the let book and sent me some. But
Ooh.
Can you tell them to give us a code for the game?
they're giving me some codes too, so I'll give some to fans and I have some extra.
We should do it. We should do a game
Damn.
like in H1Z1, like where the goal is it's like we get this server and it's the server against us. Come kill us.
I tried that once. It didn't turn out too good for me. We got pretty much owned, but it was subscribers versus viewers.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fun, but we got kind of owned because there was a lot of people on the other.
Yeah.
They knew where we were. Kelly was in there. She got sniped right away, that kind of stuff. But yeah, we could do that for sure. I'm doing a Survival Sunday stream if you guys want to do H1Z. Yeah, I like DayZ.
I was thinking of getting DayZ. Y'all will have to carry me, obviously.
DayZ will last longer, I think.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe I should just. Yeah, no, I'm definitely up for it. I was in the stream. I just forgot that I hadn't installed the game. It's a new PC.
Thank you for subscribing. You're almost at 100 subscribers already, right?
I'm at 78.
78.
Yeah, he's about to pass my ass.
When's the last time you streamed, though, Wings? I haven't seen it.
24th of April.
A week ago.
I pull like 130 viewers and I've got 78 subscribers. That is fucking mental. Like, I've got
probably less than that now. Let's see.
I've got a good chat. Let's put it that way.
I can't wait. Tomorrow I do.
I'm at 71 now, so you have passed me.
I think that your channel has the higher potential though, Wings. You have like nearly 800 to 1,000 people every stream. So.
Well, but the fact is, most of them that show up, they don't subscribe.
They will eventually.
And those that do, they do it once.
They would do if you did it every day or every other day. They would.
I don't know. I just don't.
You'd have 500 subs, dude.
You try to do good like all the time, like.
This is why we should play like when you're playing on Sunday and
play like a fun game like DayZ.
DayZ's
don't have to worry about your KD.
I think DayZ is really fun because it's like us running and we're just talking like we are now, and then we might see something talk about the game for a little bit, but it's just like
chatting.
Yeah, but here's the reality of DayZ. DayZ's reality. We all get together. There's 3 or 4 of us. Where'd you spawn at? I don't know. Did it say anything at the bottom of the screen? Maybe.
We're going to need to become...
What's around you?
We're going to need to become familiar with the game.
You're going to have to look at all these letters and all these measurements.
And now you're on another monitor looking at a map, and it's like, I think I'm near this place.
Only for the first bit until you become familiar with it, I think. Only for like the first 4 hours it's going to be like that. And then when you learn it, you'll be fine. Yeah.
And I could look at someone else's stream and know you can only spawn by the coast. And I could tell, okay, just do a side. Oh, just stay there. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do it this Sunday, White Boy. You and me are gonna play this Sunday.
Dude, right? 5 minutes. Like, there's periods in DayZ where you can run for 15 solid without seeing anything.
Or we could just do a battle royale and just say,
I know.
Let's all queue up at 2 seconds, and then it's pretty easy because it says bottom right like 7.
Yeah. It tells you your coordinates in H1Z1. That's very useful. So you can meet up much easier in H1Z1, and you can drive around in cars and.
Well, if they give me H1Z1 for free, I'll play that, and I'll probably buy DayZ.
I'll get back to you pretty soon. I tried to give you guys codes last time, but
they were duds.
Should we do some iTunes reviews? What do you guys think?
Let's just wrap it up here. Just because I'm recording. And I don't want to. Not touching for the most part.
Definitely.
If you did review us on iTunes, we're gonna read it next week. Don't worry. We're gonna read a bunch next week. Oh, they didn't. We're gonna read a few extra ones just to get everybody's in question. I'm sorry. I'm recording. Eddie was having some problems with Skype. He has a new little system going on. I'm recording this time, and I hope I don't mess up the audio because the first show I recorded, the audio was horrible. Troubleshooted for the show. I had some mic problems. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Hopefully, you guys didn't hear my pizza. Me chomping my pizza the entire time. I don't.
Did you finish it? Do you still have that one slice?
It's a cold slice. This is like McDonald's kind of, where like after it gets cold, like yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to deal.
McDonald's fucking suck when you put it in the refrigerator. Go slap her for me, Wings.
That was a dude. There ain't no girls work where I used to work at.
Yeah, exactly. Go slap her for me.
Oh.
But yeah, this Sunday, it should be the next day after. We're gonna try to do some survival game to how it works out.
Yeah, man.
I'll be on our Twitch stream, and
What's Daisy? Steam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta end the recording. Oh my god, I got a lot of pressure.
See you later, boys.
I'm
All right, y'all.
Look at it. Bye.
We out.